Lights up, insiders on the line, Caparzo and Snow. Prime time is on, from the front lines to the feeds we know. Hell let loose, we steal the show. Insiders, insiders, turn it up, lock it in. News we can't flash. TPL maze, stats and smoke where the bold collide. Every match a war, we're ringside. Hard push, clean kill, front line flip, insiders live, feel that slip. It's not talk, it's the war retold. Truth in fire, heat and cold. Insiders live, bring the beat. Caparzo and Snow, never miss a heat. Osiris in the sea with power to spare. TPL burns, we take you there. Big cap roll, let me give you unfolds. Inside the frontline souls. Armor strikes, the crowd goes wild. Division scores flash, the tone turns style. This is the place the war gets told, where the league's best hearts unfold. Who won, who failed? TPL, ring the bell. Every call out, every play, insider's voice. The TPL way, battle drums under studio lights. We bring the war to your Friday nights. Turn it up, make it loud, insiders live. Fight a crowd, insiders live. Bring the beat, Caparzo and Snow, never miss a heat. Osiris in the seat with power to spare. TPL burns, we take you there. TPL, insiders tell the tale. Insiders tell the tale. Insiders live, bring the beat. Caparzo and Snow, never miss a heat. Osiris in the sea with power to spare. TPL burns, we take you there. TPL, insiders tell the tale. TPL, insiders tell the tale. Hell let loose, the front line's voice. Insiders live, the league's choice.
Is going to get the rocket out. Takes out the garrison and a large amount of them. And really teetering on the edge is, oh my god!
That's so many dead bodies. Oh la la. Il y a le big shot de petit sachet vers le tickler sachet.
Oh, no! Hello and welcome back to the Insiders Podcast. I'm one of your insiders, Caparzo, joined by my friend Snow, my co-insider over here. Snow, it's been a couple weeks, and we had an unsuspected sort of bye week, so not much to talk about as far as what happened last week, but plenty to review from the previous week's games and with the update and all the things that have happened since those matches. But how you been, Snow?
Good, buddy. Hate that we didn't have any games this past weekend, as much as I wanted to play EXO.
I know.
But we're back to it.
We're back to it, and we're back with some more matches this weekend. But most importantly, we are back with a very special guest this week. He is Osiris of PZLD, but you might know him from other clans throughout his long career of playing this game. He is one of the game's OGs. So Osiris, welcome on. How you been?
Appreciate you guys for having me on. Pleasure to be here. Things are good. Things are really good. I'm having a lot of fun helping out PZLD, trying to level up the player base, as you guys all know where the player base has gone down to over the last season or two. So, but thanks for having me, and glad to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Snow, you have a couple questions for Osiris. Osiris has been on the scene for a very, very long time, so I'm definitely excited to learn more about him here.
Absolutely. Cyrus, I've known you for hell, it seems like years now, man. You came from. Well, maybe I shouldn't speak for you, but I know you came from Berserk. You were a long-standing member of Berserk, and then it kind of dissipated. How was the transition like from Berserk, kind of not blowing up per se, but like basically kind of blowing up as well with the new leadership coming in? It wasn't the same.
No.
So how was that transition? How long did you stay in Berserk? When did you think it was a good time to leave? And then what was your next steps after that?
Yeah, so just to give you even further history, so when I came into Hell Let Loose, I mean TPL was season 0, shortly before season 0. Yeah. Me and Fubar and a couple of other OGs like Fat Hog, a guy named Easy Six that doesn't play anymore, but Moose, Gadwall, I got to give a couple more shout outs. But we left 3ID, fell apart. We moved into DBRG. DBRG just, we were trying to help them. It really wasn't happening. And then Fubar and I, and a couple, like Moose and the other OGs of BZRK, started that up. And we had a really good run at it. Unfortunately, as all clans that dissipate kind of go through it. It's people start arguing, things go bad, things go south. We had a great roster. In fact, there's a lot of people that are on Legion 6 XO that have all played for BZRK. So like shout out to I think Pest Daddy is in 6, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think
but
I don't think so.
He's in Pest Daddy is in one of the clans, but like either way, like there's so much.
I can't remember.
He might be in
Taco. He's on a
Div
1 team for sure. I've seen him.
So there's plenty of guys that all kind of rotated through BZRK, and so the main core fell apart. We tried to do a merger with 4ID. Unfortunately, pretty much everyone that organized a merger had a lot of life events happening. I moved 2,000 miles away. Another leader, he was going for promotion. Just a lot of in life kind of stuff. And so that kind of dissipated. But as far as your last question though, which was when did I leave? I was the last BZRK member to leave the BZRK 4ID merger, and I put that cape on proudly. But
that's a hard thing, a merger, and you see it all the time where it doesn't necessarily have to be a merger, but a big migration from one clan to another. That sort of integration process is extremely difficult, especially the circumstances at which it usually occurs in. It's usually one clan completely, having kind of a falling out with each other, and then all those people going to the same clan elsewhere. And one, you have to sort out some of that drama that comes with something like that, and then two, everyone at that point is pretty set in their ways. It's everyone has their way of doing things, and it always was funny to me when that would be the case too, because it's like you're going somewhere new, like you kind of got to drop everything that you knew at the door, because if everything was great with what you were doing, you probably wouldn't be in the situation that you're in. So that's just one of those things that I think make it really, really difficult about integrating two teams like that, or a large player base with another team.
Yeah, I real quick, Snow, I just want to give one a shout. With the OG BZRK guys, I mean, part of the reason that we kind of held on to that ship as long as we tried to is that while BZRK was up and coming and in the scene, and I would consider us a top 6 clan while we were in our time. It really was the camaraderie and the family. I mean, I can't tell you, we had a guy that had a daughter that did Girl Scout cookies, and I, would put up the message like, "Hey, buy some cookies," and we raised $500 for his daughter. We had another guy that he had an unfortunate family emergency, and we raised, I think it was like $1,000. Just trying to, it really was a family, and that's why, even though we probably, looking back at it, we probably should have just let it go at that point. It was just such a great group of guys that anyone that is watching who was part of BZRK, you'll forever be in my hearts, or in my hearts. I got more than one, but you'll forever be in my heart. That was a really good time in my life, and so thank you all for being a part of that. And I'll leave it at that.
That's one thing that I've never been a part of another community in a game before. Joining Discord was the first. Hell Let Loose was the reason why I'm on Discord or anything like that. So I never was part of any other community like that for any other game or period. And I feel very spoiled at the fact that, my only experience has been the experience that I've had with the people playing Hell Let Loose, because some of the greatest people out there, I've made so many, people that I consider genuine friends, and, the way that the community is coming together for things like that when people have family emergencies and, people are in need of help, from their friends and family, that our community steps up and has been a part of that. So definitely really, really spoiled by this Hell Let Loose community we have here on console.
Yeah, and just going back to your point of how Berserk was and the atmosphere of basically the entire scene, I know you've probably have heard me say it time and time again, but Berserk was the pinnacle of what 8th wanted to be. We were wanting to be you. When we started, we played you guys in TPL, our very first season, season 3, and you guys beat us in 20 minutes on Curse. But you guys were. I had a very good relationship with Cause, and
shout out Cause.
Yep, that was the boy. He still is, and he would come in, fill in for us, snipe for us. He would just anything. When you're a low team and you're getting attention or just help from a bigger team, it gets a respect. But furthermore, saying that, as time went on, we were getting better. You guys were staying like you were. We had numerous scrims. It was always a great game. And then playing 3-5 and playing Berserk. That 8, 3-5, and Berserk was such a fun trio of scrims and playing games. It was really fun, and it felt like we were all helping each other doing it. And I remember this is funny. When you guys broke up, I was in everyone's DMs trying to get, and I almost had him. Hot take, fucking the summit shit with I forget his name. He was the member of the 8 that was cheating or something.
Haggy?
Yeah, there you go.
Haggygate?
Yeah, Haggygate. Yeah, Chronosgate. So I was that happened a week after the whole Berserk shit, with Moose and Locke and Cause and all these members that were in there. Obviously, Bear Jew had already left after a Merc game, if I'm not mistaken, till 7th.
Yeah, he joined 7th in season 3 TPL.
Yeah. But it was. I was it's so crazy. I look back, there's so many little events that if it would have went in a certain way of what I was trying to do, if it went away, it would have been crazy to see what would have happened. Just like with the TOCF guys, Tunney and Hans,
JPL.
that avenue, if that would have ever happened, it's just so crazy to think about. But I'm so happy that things happened the way they did. But it's cool to see little alternate histories and what could have been kind of thing.
Yeah. If you don't mind, I'd like to give one more shout out because you're talking about all the scrims we used to do. 3-5, we used to scrim 3-5 every Wednesday for 6 months, and we just beat the crap out of them relentlessly. And so I got to give a shout out to Gentle. I know they're kind of going through some things right now, but to watch the progression. I mean, I remember I remember, I think they beat us in back-to-back scrims for the first time, and it was like fire alarms were going off in BZRK headquarters. Like, what is happening? Like, this should not be happening. And everyone's yelling at each other and whatever. It's all in good fun. But so shout out.
Trust me, we were the same way when we lost to
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
When we lost to
3-5,
them,
like, anyways, but yeah.
So
pull the
after
fucking fire alarm.
after Berserk, what was the next stop for you? You went to EXO, or EXO wasn't around at that point?
No, so there was this all stems from the Easter memes that Snow had my rear end as the clan banner for a hot minute in eighth, but no, I got into some beef with someone. It was just some drama. I went to first for maybe a month, and then that didn't work out at all. But after BZRK, I went back to BZRK, and then BZRK officially fell apart. And I've always, if there's one person in this community, no offense to anyone else out here that's in any other clan, but one person in this community that I've respected a lot is Trill. Trillium, like, me, like, he was the leader of first. I was the leader of BZRK for a bit, and like, so we have always had this, DM kind of conversation. I would send him, there's one game on Kharkov where he was my victim, so I had to, send him over one of those screenshots. But I went to EXO, and EXO, like, shout out to the guys who are still there. I know I left on, kind of a blindside kind of terms, but really what it comes down to is that I just wasn't having fun anymore. There's, a couple other things in there, but I mean, for the most part, though, like, I came to EXO. As anyone who's ever played with me, I'm hardcore into logistics. So flares. It was caught on. It was the Australians that were doing our match on versus Legion, where we had the triple rep station in the bunker.
Yeah.
So like I'm hardcore into logistics, and so like came into EXO, like helped them, given my insight. I mean, outside of Malarkey, I don't think there's any other player that's been a full-time commander like I've been, and so like. Not to take away from guys that have thousands of hours like you guys in this game, but when you spend the entire game like watching it from afar and understanding, I mean, I can look at a map and kind of see what's coming or see what's going, or how things are playing out without necessarily even being up there. I mean, I spend 85 minutes of the matches in a truck. But with EXO, like, we lost 4 games in a row. Like, we lost all of our Div 1 games. We had the fantastic finish versus Merc. Shout out to Cool, greatest already player in the game. Zito, I love you, but I got to give it to Cool. He's my guy. You're very, very close second. Not trying to start fights here, but
he'll find out next weekend.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll talk later, but no, EXO was great. Like, it was a lot of fun, and then I just stopped having fun. And after EXO, I actually tried out for Helios on PC. I didn't lose any of my matches. I felt like I did a really good job over there, but it was just for how high of a tier that Helios is, I just didn't fit the bill. I tried to hopefully like extend the trial to try to give some more time to learn, but they passed, and Nugs from PZLD, who was very much like Eighth, try to be up and coming, trying to get things going. I'm friends with him, and he reached out to me. He's like, dude, would you please come in here and command? And that's where I ended up. And I told Caparzo this, but I found it really refreshing to come into a clan that is eager to learn. And it's in my personal life, I've been in a training role for many years, and so to be able to like see the excitement in these guys that I'm now showing, like the mechanics that you have to have, and seeing them do it. I know we're going to do the PZLD versus SUDT review here, but like that was a staple And for them to see that and be like, holy crap. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear, but
Yeah.
holy crap. Okay. Well, holy shit. This is how this works. It's re-brought the life back into me. So I'm sorry. I can ramble. I'm a commander. That's what I do. So I'll stop there.
You're good. One thing I will say, and I hope you don't take it as a slight at all, just being 100% upfront.
Yeah.
I think this is good for you. I don't have a problem with you, but I know there's a stigma around you throughout the community, and I think you coming in here to PZLD, you keeping your head down. Hopefully, you stay with them, and they grow into a very, very, very good, competent team that's moving through the divisions. But just looking at you personally, coming down the line, I don't know if we lost you. He looks frozen.
Oh, yeah.
Did we lose him?
No.
Oh, no, yeah.
I'm here.
I got you. But just further down the line, if you did want to move up, I think just keeping your head down, man, not causing anything, and just proving it is the best thing. You hear this in sports all the time. I use it as an analogy, but you got players that Baker Mayfield. I don't know if you keep up with football, but he was with Cleveland, and he was everyone was like, this dude's cocky, this dude's arrogant, blah blah blah. And now he's playing great in Tampa, and he's the MVP favorite. So I mean, just keep your head down, keep doing what you're doing, man, and let people start changing their tune.
Yeah, anyway. When it comes to that, you could, if my wife were to come down here, I call the BS when I see it, and I'll never back down from that. So, I understand that I may have rubbed some people the wrong way in this community, and there's a couple people that I might want to apologize to, but for the most part, it's when I see something that's wrong, and as a commander, you see something that's wrong in the game, you're going to call it out. Hey, West Division, what the fuck is going on over there? You know what I mean? That's just who I am. I'm definitely going to take what you said to heart. I
am just listen, bro. People hate me too, so I'm right there with you. But anyway, what we got coming up next is DBD versus 626. Did you catch this game?
Yes, I did. Yeah, actually, I have commander's notes. If there's any 626 DBD guys out there, I got some.
Some beer bottle, please tell me.
So we covered this one together, Snow. This was the Driel match, and this was an interesting one because there's my favorite clip, I think, of the season so far, which was all the engineers on the tank at the end there. So as a commander in 35s, Osiris, what do you think about when you see something like this?
I'll let the clip play.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
3 engineers. Look at this! I love this teamwork. I love Gunner. You gotta yell at that tank, Gunner. Hit it. I was getting so frustrated. Hit your shots, bro.
Doesn't matter if he hits a shot.
Don't run over. Oh, dude.
This is
what? Yes.
It's almost like you could build some rep stations right next to it.
Yeah.
Especially
Tank,
as Actus, put them in a bunker, call it a day.
Tank needs repairs right now, and the rep station time is going to take too long. We're just going to torch it. But obviously, all of the things that you're seeing on these highlights are pre-Update 18. We're going to talk a little bit about Update 18 later. But, this was a really interesting one. So 626 as the Germans, defeating DBD as the Allies, British Allies, 4-1 on Driel gun emplacements. I've talked to a lot of DBD guys about this, so I guess the unfortunate sort of headline of this game is that DBD has dropped out of TPL because there was some issues around a 626 player joining their side at one point or another during the game. Impossible to say the impact as far as if there was information shared, whatever, but because of the ruling there, DBD has unfortunately dropped out, so that sucks a lot. But just to
Come
speak,
on, DBD.
Yeah, just to speak to the game specifically, though, I think that more people need to realize, if they don't realize it, that Driel is extremely German favored, even though gun emplacements. I should say gun emplacements. I'm speaking about specifically here, but gun emplacements, like, there's so much additional reconnaissance you get as the Germans than the Allies, because it seemed like every time 66 wanted to pull up a tank off of the river onto gun emplacements, they had pings on where the Allied heavies were, and they didn't have that. The Allies don't have that because they're kind of coming up from underneath. And I thought that was a huge part of the game and a big part of why 626 was able to come out with a win here.
Yeah. It's no form of information sharing that's gonna. I mean, at one point, DBD you say it's heavily German favored, and I think it's more British favored, just because if you can get the midpoint, then you have the exact opposite effect. You can see all the German armor, you can see all their troops, you can see everything, and then you get them stuck on the river. What you can't happen is what DBD didn't. One, they didn't control the bridge good enough, so they were able to flank through the trenches coming up into the point, and then they were losing their armor fights intensively. I had it written down at some point. I think it was like 9-3 heavy tanks lost. I think 626 lost 3 heavies the game, and DBD lost 9. Again, it's whoever has the hill. You're fighting over a peak, so whoever has it, you can look down on the other. So
both of these teams had a lot of interesting armor plays too. Like at the start, this was what happened with their DBD starting medium, and it should also be said before I roll the clip that 626 lost their starting medium in a similar way to this.
Supported by my old good friend Degsy of KRC days. Good to see you, dude. But this is the
got that ball sack with this kill.
Puma coming up behind the medium. And 626.
That's a huge play at the start of this game.
If you knock out that medium, that'll be huge.
Oh my goodness.
Come out controlling the bridge. You keep that medium there, you control a lot of your bridge there.
Bag right now as they take out the starting medium with.
And that's just a big play to start off the game. If you're the Germans there, you take out their starting medium off the bat. And I mean, Osiris, what are you saying in the commander seat when the guy is like, you know he's rostered in the starting medium, and we're 5 minutes into the game, and he's saying, hey, can I get when can I get that first heavy?
Yeah. I mean. To be honest, I probably wouldn't have placed my medium there. I know Snow talks about the importance of bridge when it comes to.
I would have had it further back too, but yeah.
Well, further back or wherever you want to place it. Like honestly, I think the commitment on gun emplacements really needs to come from map edge. Controlling that map edge hill, you know what, you can lose bridge to the east, but if you control the main road on map edge with the tank, that's probably where I would put my medium. Is let's put you up on the eastern map edge. You don't have to worry about anything to your to the west. I would say right if you're German, left if you're access, and you talk about that hill having that downward view where even if infantry is trying to sneak through the flower fields, or even if they're trying to come up from that Y intersection on the east side, you have great sight lines from that position, and that's probably where I would have tried to play it. A big shout out though on that Puma, that's honestly the most fun part about the 35s is that you do get some more freedom of movement. You don't have, you got, instead of 49 guys all looking for you, you only got 35. And frankly, with 35s, you really can't be playing outside of that, I would say 2/3 of the map. I mean, you could probably put someone out there, but it really is a detriment to, because one guy can literally be the difference. And I know that can happen in 49s, but when you 1 out of 49 versus 1 out of 35 or 1 out of 30, like the percentages as far as the guys that the infantry that you have is significantly more impactful.
Right.
When
Right.
that frag happens or when that tank kill happens. So,
and we see that happen later on in when we're going to go over the PZLD game. Like at the end there, it was super, very tight as far as like each kill mattering. I want to do one more highlight from this game before we move on, but because we didn't mention it earlier, but we are going to be casting the Pathfinders versus Goat scrim tonight, and that's going to be at 9 o'clock. So we'll roll through this agenda. We might have to skip around a little bit to make sure that we have enough time to talk about the important things here ahead of that scrim. So, but just take a look at this clip here. I think it's very, encapsulates this match.
Up one.
He's right.
Yep, here we go.
I think it's a
Which way is
miss.
it coming in from?
Oh, it hits it direct on.
Got him. Commander Adi with the P strike.
strike.
Oh wait, there's
There we go,
more.
Snow. That's exactly what needed to happen. And they now.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
And, as we move on here to 2-6 versus ITHL, but that was just a brutal clip because we were talking just a second before that, Snow. We're like, Commander needs to hit the P strike here. We know he has it in his pocket right now. That would open up this whole thing. He does exactly that, hits the P strike, and then another Tiger rolls up right away.
The Tiger, after that clip, destroys the wreckage and then just pulls in the same spot.
Yeah, exactly. Like nothing ever happened. But now we have 2-6 versus ITHL. ITHL as the Germans defeating 2-6 as the Allies 5-0 on Saint Marie du Mont Pierre's farm. So ITHL is one of those teams that I've kind of had my eye on since the start of the season. Anytime we see one of these like regional teams that are top of their respective class join in on TPL and or in Division 9 like this, I always like to see what they're able to do, and they played a really, really solid game against 2-6 and implemented a lot of higher level, higher experience hell let loose tactics that you don't typically see. One of them is going for the map control early in this one. That was massive and was key to their ability to capture Pierre's farm here. Did you catch this one, Osiris?
I did, and I got notes. Like, I'm gonna take a second. Like, if there's any commanders out there, for any clan, like if you guys want to talk shop, like on that last P strike we saw, while it hit, one thing that commanders need to be doing is, especially if you're German, because there is a RNG factor to the P strike. So the P strike, for those of you that don't know, the P strike lands in one of 4 spots. If you're German, it's bullshit. It is what it is. But what you can do is ask for the angle of the hull, and so you say, hey, like which direction is the hull facing, and you say northwest, southwest, whatever, and then you angle your P strike, and it increases your odds of hitting the tank by another 25%. But seriously, like if any commanders that are watching this, like reach out to me. I'll be happy to talk shop. Like I love this game. I love commanding. I can talk about movements. I can talk about tanking, like where to put them, this, that, and the other. And before I go on a ramble, because that's what I do, I'm going to stop there. But please, by all means, reach out. But great job, 626 on the win. And DBD, if you're watching, I really hope you guys come back into the league and just finish out the season, because in my opinion, I feel like when you pull out, in 35s or 30s, like it's just a detriment to your growth. It's another thing when you're a bigger clan, but for you guys that are up and coming, like you guys need as much gaming as possible. So please, I hope you guys come back, and I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I hope so too. I always, more teams in the league, I think, is what makes TPO so special. But I know they got a lot of great guys over there, and I know that they're working really hard on kind of revamping their strategy. I've spoken to quite a few of them, and I think that the future is bright for them. So if anyone's looking to scrim in 35s or anything like that, reach out to DBD, and both get better for it. But
I thought you were ready to say Legion.
no. Maybe eventually I would love that, but we'll get built to that. It's fine. But at the start of this one, I was very impressed with ITHL because you see a lot of the times, especially a map like Pierre's Farm, and especially with them as the Germans having to navigate the Saint-Marie Dumont sort of like circus that you have to do over there. They went for map control right off the start, which was extremely impressive. They didn't go at all for the Saint-Marie Dumont route. They didn't want to get sniped, which, respect to them to even think about that. I think in Division 9, that's not typically what these teams are thinking for. Yeah. But I think this highlight here just shows their strategy at the start of this one.
Infantry down here to the south of Pizza Slice. 2-6 knows that they just need to hold this for a little bit. They're not going to be able to push on
So you can see here, 2-6 has cap control. They were all the way up to half cap here because they full sent for cap circle, but you can see here ITHL playing that pizza slice really, really well.
At the left.
They did send a squad to AA though, which I really liked.
Yes, I saw that
too.
Trying
to get out there.
A little bit of ground here over a Pizza Slice. Flare gets popped.
I like that P4 positioning too.
Now that's where they have to worry about. Camp Progress going back.
Shout out to Smithers.
Over here to the hard camp.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out Smithers.
See some blueberries going up.
When he sent me a DM saying, "Hey, like, you want to come try out for Helios?" I was like, I mean, that's my crown. That's my crown jewel. Like, Smithers of all people reaching out to me that's all I need. I can die happy now.
But I think that ITHL really impressed me this game. They then went for the 5-0 and executed it really, really well. There was a situation where it got a little hairy at one point. So ITHL went for a half track before they went for their first heavy. I don't know if you saw that. That was really interesting to me. And they try to set it up in a spot where they can go for a quick 4 cap, which I really like the kind of zagging while everyone else is zigging here and trying something unique like that. But it put them in a really, really tough situation.
Finishing rocket on the 76.
Here in this clip here, where 2-6 was able to get 2 heavies onto the point and were basically capping hard cap with these 2 heavies for most of the time. And look at Zero here.
He doesn't have much cover. He's got
well, if that half track would have been out of bounds with a rep station, probably would have worked.
That's true. That's true. You got to just make sure to do it in a scrim when no one cares.
Yeah.
God, I love this point. Best point in the game.
So, since we're watching this clip, for it was 2-6. That was 2-6, right? That's the 2 tanks.
Yes.
If 2-6 is listening, you gotta get control of the intersection because that's how you lost that push. So I know you had 1 tank covering the hedgerows east of the farm. You got to swing out and allow your infantry to come in behind you because if you continue watching that point at the game, Artie is just absolutely decimating the entire area.
Yeah.
So putting 2 tanks there is great on hard cap because you are getting that weight on, but there's no support. And for those of you that didn't watch the rest of that, like eventually, like they lose a tank, they lose another tank, and then their push goes to waste, really. So if there's any advice to that, if you're going to double tank push farm, yes, get into point first, establish your area of control, and then I would probably send 1 tank out to the main intersection to allow infantry to have a supporting factor of them coming in from the west side, or what side is that? West, yes.
Yeah.
From the west side of the road, because if you're sitting both tanks there on top of point, like infantry is going to try to get up there to help you, but with Artie, like they're in a meat grind. So
Yeah,
shout out to ITHL for defending that.
That only works if you're playing EXO. Only time that ever works.
You know, fuck you, Snow.
I like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the thing with Pierre's farm is what ITHL did playing for the map control is what paid dividends in the long run. Like 2-6 at many times in the game had really good pressure, but it was exactly what you were talking about, Osiris. It was pressure that was on the hard cap, and it was kind of caught out there on an island. It was scary to look at, and I'm sure ITHL was super, super stressed because you got 2 tanks on the hard cap, but eventually they were able to kind of corral them, get that Artie hitting, and then kill the push and move on and, end up with the 5-0 here. So I was very impressed with them, and I'm excited to see what they do here in Division 9 the rest of the season.
Like a very strong team in this division as well. This is multiple showings that they have put in that have looked really good, and you see the number beside them, the number 2 seed.
Yeah.
So excited to see them continue on.
Yeah, but next up here we have L201 as the Allies defeating 263H as the Germans 5-0 on Mortain U.S. Southern Approach. So this was one I included here because it was a Mortain match, and how interesting.
Good map.
Yeah, it's a beautiful map to see from admin camp too. I know Awake had a good time with it, and I mean, I think L201 for another like newer clan that's kind of had some other people join from higher divisions. They've been really impressive this season too, and I've been kind of a standout here early on. But let's take a look at this one clip here that I thought was really really impressive by L201.
Starting frag battle.
Shout out my boy Red Bull and L201.
Salt player running with the satchel.
Gingered Mexican dude.
Trying to place the satchel onto the tank.
You got Soviet here though in L201.
In the bush.
Sharing a bush. And you see a lot of that here on Mortain.
Unfortunately for 263, they have no idea.
Look how close the kills are too.
Yeah, I was about to say, Snow. You can see just how close this one was at this point in the match.
Jaeger does get out as well.
That's a hard one to defuse as well.
Gunned down. It's just the gunner inside that Tiger tank.
But Soviet with a big play.
You can hear the 263 comms that there's a satchel on top of the tank that Reich can knock it on top of, and that will be it.
So yeah, this was a really really intense one that Awake did, and I just love playing the off meta and doing Driel and all that good stuff. So I don't know. Did you see this one, Osiris? Too? You catch this one? Oh, look at that.
No. Unfortunately, for anyone that knows me, I carry mail for a living, and I do everyone's buying shit. So I've been doing 12-hour days.
Yeah, it's about to get way busier too for you.
Yeah. I'm probably going to be doing 7 days. I mean, I don't have to do 7 days a week, but I like money, so yeah. 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. Like, just going to be. I mean, I do 200 miles a month on foot, so.
There's a mailman.
Yeah.
Come rain,
delivering
come
the hot
sleet,
takes.
Come snow.
It's come a long way from shitting out an Easter egg.
Yep. I gotta give it to L201. Like, these guys are, I have to preface this by saying that L201, if you're watching, what you're doing is great for 35s and 30s. It's not going to happen in the 40s or 45s or 49s or however they break up the player base between divisions. But they are the best backline pressure in the lower divs that play these 35s and 30s. Like, we scrimmed them, and we scrimmed them on Kursk, and it was just such a nightmare because we could never get them out of our backlines. Like, we get armor probably like 600 meters from our point, and they're already being harassed. Like, it's just it's a nightmare to play L201. So shout out to L201 for being the goddamn rats that you are. And one more time, shout out Red Bull. That dude's my boy, and hope you're doing well.
L201, a weekly shout out, best server on Hell Let Loose. The Gringos versus Latinos. Best name server.
Hey, that's what I got. Chinga la migra, L201. Chinga la migra.
All right. That has to be racist. All right, they're winning our ad right
Yeah, you
here.
white boy don't know what that means. Just stop it.
All right. So we do have that hard cutoff sort of at 9 p.m. So I want to make sure we get to your match here, Osiris, now with PZLD versus SUDT. This was a incredible match on Foy, Southern Edge. PZLD taking it 3-2 with a hard stopping ending. So, Snow, give us your little recap of this game, and then we'll go to Osiris with his perspective.
At the beginning, it was just I didn't know what either team wanted to do. PLZD, when they did cap mid, and they had really good logistics up front. It's just I can't remember his name. I want to say it's Jess or somebody, but could not push, and then neither team could push on that. Excuse me.
It was
I'm drinking
Steph.
root beer.
Steph.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
Steph.
Yeah. There you go. He couldn't push, or he was just not trying to push, and then SUDT would not push either. SUDT made some critical errors, in my opinion. Just there's a broken down house right off hard cap. They never wanted to control. They never got an OP there when they had several opportunities to try to get some good hard cap pressure. But I think I picked you guys to win, so. I'll take the win.
This
it was.
I think this.
It
I
was a
don't
great
see
game.
this point budging an inch until that's dealt with. Vegas.
So
Good
gotta give a
rockets.
shout out to Tidius. He had
Big frag.
175-ish
Fry
kills
kick out the-
on 30s as Artie,
Oh,
which
it
is
does?
insane. Like that's
What a play.
49's
Oh,
numbers
stop.
depending on the point and
Oh, yeah.
whatnot. So shout out to him.
You couldn't hardly see it, but there was a squad lead running across the top of the screen at the end of that clip, and he ran that route 30 plus times, but never put an OP at that house, and he would stay alive. It was so frustrating to see him. Like, what are you doing? And then the tank play, you guys dominated your armor for the majority of the game. It's really funny how these games can seem like for 80 minutes be like complete blowouts, and then the final 10 it's like the losing team does like a line of coke and they just become killers, and then it's a close game. That's just Foy.
So I actually put that on myself. So with teaching these guys, the mechanics of the game, one of the struggles that PZLD has had, and I love you guys, PZLD, that is watching. Like we there's been in lower divs, you have a real struggle with map awareness. So when you guys were casting that game, and you guys saw Hugo helping me out with the explosive boxes.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, we're
While
cracking
we're
jokes,
talking
like-
about that, actually,
Sounds is gonna.
I just had that queued up here with Hugo here.
G doing.
Oh no! Don't get.
I didn't know what the fuck was happening. I thought it was gonna be your like little transport car around the map.
Nope. I was in a supply truck the entire time. Hugo was he helped me out with the initial garrison, like, and I can't tell the lower divs and the guys that are still trying to figure this game out how important it is for regular infantry. Like every time you hear you drop your boxes, and then every 5 minutes you hear the dog chain clink.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You should immediately be re-dropping your box, and that goes up to Div 1. That's like it's a free box. It's a free explosive box. Whether that could be used for AT, whether that could be used flares, especially. So one of the problems that I've encountered with coming to PZLD
I was gonna say the same thing.
is the lower map awareness, and we're getting better at it, and we're working on it. We've been scrimming on SMDM all week, and we had our scrim the last night where, in fact, I'm just going to expand on this a little bit further, is like when you know you have a weakness whether it's map awareness, whether it's gunfighting, like flares, MGs with suppression, like that neutralizes your weakness. So, like, we were just spamming flares the entire game on Foy. Because it took away that weakness of like, okay, instead of trying to figure out where the enemy's coming from, and like I said, this goes all the way up to Div 1. Like, instead of where, like, you know, where they're coming from or where they at, like, you just got to open your map and you know.
And you're
And
the
then-
Americans too, so like the amount of
Foy. Sorry, Axis. We were Axis.
Oh, you were Axis. So I mean, like even with the Axis, like and being on 35s, I guess is the hard part. There's just less people to go around and be dropping those boxes. Like in 49s, you might reasonably, if you're the Axis, have a couple guys that are free to play riflemen because the impactful roles in their unit are taken. You got more explosive ammo right there. And I think that it like you said, it's important knowing your weaknesses and knowing how to cover for that, especially on Foy. You're able to kind of toss up a flare in, many less spots because they're not going to be in the middle of the field. And if they are, well, God help them. And, so you know kind of where the flare needs to go over to capture the infantry that you need to capture. And if you're able to do that effectively, you're going to have a massive leg up. But I think go ahead, Sam.
I was going to say it was either one or two times they dropped their first airhead very early. You guys were a little slow on reacting to it, but they never could really get a good push off of it. So that credit to you guys. It was seen. It was dealt with eventually. And then I will say their second airhead was a bit more successful. That's when they dropped it on the, I guess third because they tried to. They dropped on the opposite side. They dropped it towards Foy, like maybe behind Foy or in Foy, somewhere in there on that side of the map, and they were able to get a decently sized push off that. But besides that, it was pretty good scripting game. I think my favorite clip from the whole game was watching the random rifleman drive you a supply truck. Like you're running through the field and he comes and drops you a supply truck in the middle of the field and then hops out and redeploys. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
So
dude?
if that was your favorite clip, I was gonna say this is my favorite clip. Oh goodness, great Puma behind the medium. Ascendant
This is
goes
peak hell
down
loose right
with
here.
the AT. Puma.
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to
Puma
God,
plays.
he
Medium is panicking.
oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Oh
The dance
my
of
gosh, I
things.
can't believe this is happening. Hold on.
Puma.
Little
What is
dance we're
happening?
doing right here.
Trying their best right now.
It looks like Libby in the tank.
Did he miss his
Yeah,
shot?
during that the Lux.
He's lucky.
Well, I got to give a shout out to this guy because he's honestly the best
They're
light
just-
tank, medium tank recon player that I've come across. Hold on.
Finally.
Loose right now, guys.
That was easily my favorite clip from that game. But I mean, the ending of this one was just an all-timer in my opinion. We've gotten very, very lucky with some of the matches that we've casted. I see Skeeter saying Rifleman most important role in comp. I mean, I think you get yelled at a little bit for playing Rifleman sometimes, and I certainly feel a little bit weird selecting it, but sometimes, man, I just need that G43 and a box of explosives, and there we go.
It's Nixie. Nixie is the name. That guy, if you watch that match back, or you guys casted it, so you know when the medium play where he curled up behind the heavy for
Yes.
SUDT, that's Nixie. Nixie, like, when he's at a disadvantage, like, that guy plays seriously better than any other tanker that I've ever seen. It's insane. It truly is insane. And I know, and he likes to talk himself up. So, yes, I'm jerking you off right now. Fucking love it, Nixie. Like, take it in the moment. But one of the things that I wanted to touch on with that match is there was with 35s or 30s, like the opportunities to push the fourth point, especially on a map that's wide open like Foy, are very small. And when you're playing, you just we were never going to leave the 3-2. There's at one point that we had 4 heavies on mid, like, and everyone in command chat's like, hey, like, are we pushing Bizarroy? I'm like, no, like, absolutely not. Like, we have absolute control of this area. Like, shout out to
Absolutely
SUDT for
not.
being in the meat grind, but like, why would I push forth and stretch our lines? Because your lines are so much thinner
Right.
that you can't, like, I mean, I lost, me personally, like, I lost map awareness where SUDT had that final push. Like, I didn't see that we didn't have a OP in the area that was our biggest threat, because we had control of the houses, we had control of point, and I spaced on northeast side. That's where the big push came from. Shout out to SUDT for the cap, but like,
That's the big argument in the quote unquote push or not push. And yeah, as a commander, from my experience doing that, it's a very line to follow, like tiptoe line to. If you commit too much, then you're weak. Going back to the Legion Exo game, Legion committed 85% of their manpower to try to cap ruins, made their lines weak. Exo was able to get a counteroffensive going. Obviously, it didn't work out. In my opinion, you guys at one point had a good 30 minutes of, if not more, of full map control, full everything control, armor control, everything, and that's when I would have made that. But even you don't even have to expand your lines, just front door push, just not even in a goal to cap the point, in a goal to just take ground. Because what was happening is you gave them so much time to reorganize and then sneak. It's a lot harder, in my opinion, to defend than it is to attack. So I don't know, but you win the game, and I don't care if you win a 3-2, 4-1, or 5-0. It's a win.
I think my MVP play of the game was from Chowlette here in this clip at the end for you guys.
Stop the cap.
And you can
The hard
see
cap pressure is working right now.
just
Chowlette is a fucking dog.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see here. I mean, as the sniper, obviously you got the FG42, so that's massive. But he's able to take out like 2 of these guys in this trench, get the OP down as well.
Good kill.
And takes the OP. Oh my goodness, Chowlette.
No, that dude dropped a fucking 1600 combat score in 30s like the other day. Like, that dude is a dog. He is an absolute fucking dog.
There was a couple
that
plays from him that were really top tier that game, and I think that play in particular right there, you take away SUDT's ability to get 6 guys like right into the hard cap instantly. Yeah. And in 35s, that is massive. 6 guys in the hard cap, that that's a lot of cap weight that goes to you pretty much can't out soft cap that in 35. So that was a massive play. Just speaking of the last minute drama with a quick clip here, you got to know what's going through your mind here. 8.5 minutes left after holding the entire game.
Okay, all right.
I hated this.
Still
What
going
the fuck
for
are you doing?
SUDT. Honestly,
Talking about
So,
that.
on the hard cap.
I gotta give a
76.
shout out. If this is the last cap. Well, no, even before this. So I gotta give a shout out to Nugs.
Yeah, you're in hard cap. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
So
This Tiger's being
if you're gonna recap,
the hard cap with Zay is right there. Yeah, just put it
you're
down.
gonna push from one side. We had a great push from that western
It's still going. Oh no.
trench network there.
This heavy cannot die.
Nugs on the right hand side of the screen is gonna put an
my
OP
goodness,
down at the
goodness.
broken house. So if for anyone that's watching, like, if you're gonna recap something, you have to commit an SL to go opposite side. It's the same thing with defense. Like, if you have a big push from one side, like, send your defense that way, but you have to send one person the other direction, and that allows you the flexibility to where because eventually in that last fight for mid, they ended up pushing in on that western trench network, and like they get into trouble. I think we lost an OP or whatever, but it allowed us to immediately send everyone else to Nugs, and Nugs and his squad was able to fight their way into the trench network of Southern Edge. So it could just even be a solo SL. Like you have to have someone that goes opposite side of the push So that way, because especially in the lower divs, everyone's gonna like. I love the lower divs, but when pressure comes from one direction, everyone turns this way.
Right.
And so if you put someone on the backside, like everyone's going to go this way, and they not cap that, but they blow out the OPs or whatever, and they're like, okay, cool. Well, all of a sudden you have 6 guys coming in behind you with rockets, grenades, this, that, and the other. Like, so shout out to Nugs. We wouldn't have recapped that point without him. And still, shout out to SUDT. Like, you guys went through the meat grind. I think we were plus 300 on kills.
Yeah, it was pretty insane,
Like,
the kill diff, and then all of a sudden, like, it comes down to the wire like that. But I do want to move us along here, and we're gonna skip over the standings review because in about 25 minutes, we're gonna go and take a quick 2-minute break. It's gonna all be contained within this one stream here, guys, so sit tight with us while we go and take that break, but for that Pathfinders and Goat game. But let's talk a little bit about the big thing that's happened in our community and in our game this last 2 weeks, and that is update 18. Big sweeping changes to the game and to the armor meta. Some welcome, some not, some new commander abilities, some a little bit of controversy, and it's kind of the headline of this video was an unexpected bye week, and part of that is due to this update and the instability that it's caused as well. I'll just take a moment just to say, like, T17 as a developer needs to just do a better job, quite honestly, with how they're rolling these out. And so much of the player base that logs on and then logs on tomorrow and logs on the next day and is playing this game to death, like so many of us have been, are getting pushed away by things like this. And it's so avoidable in my mind. Like, you have to test these things out in a more broad way. They have the test environment available. We've seen games do a test environment on console before. In Battlefield 1 had a PTE, and we just need I'm not saying that they're not trying their best. I'm sure that they are. It's just that it's immensely frustrating to be someone like me who loves the game and quite honestly hasn't logged on in the last week, because as a PlayStation user, I'm crashing like every 10 minutes into a game. It's hard to enjoy it the same way I did. But that's the end of my rant here. I want to ask you guys what it means for comp and what your opinions are. So I guess we can start with you, Osiris.
It's as a commander, the map has been broken since the game came out. When I'm trying to drop supply drops and stuff like that, like, it doesn't register. So for your other commanders out there, like, before you hit the X button or hit the square button to drop something, like, make sure that it actually moves. And, it's been really frustrating. I love the artillery strike ability. It's funny. I tested that for the first 10 minutes that it came out, and immediately said TPL is going to ban this. I was like, this is so broke, especially for those that know me. I'm really hyper aggressive with my airheads because I'd rather win the lottery instead of making you guys run 400 meters. And so you're telling me I can drop, three artillery strikes with the bombing run and an airhead all at the same time. I'm like, this is going to get canned immediately.
Yeah. Especially that it destroyed spawns. I mean, I think that was the cherry on top for me. It's like, where one Gary is, you can reasonably surmise where 3 garrisons are going to be for all the teams push, and you just nuke their front line.
It is so funny you say that, because the first thing I said when I was working with Nugs, the leader of PZLD, on this, and I was like, okay, so what I want you guys to do is to mark out their garrisons and leave the 2 closest ones, and I'm going to arty the backside of point, and then put a bombing run going down the middle, the opposite direction with an airhead. Like, I mean, I wish I would have got to use it once. But yeah, no, that was so broken immediately. I think I saw someone drop like 175 kills as a commander, which that's just, you can't do that.
That's insane. That is outrageous.
That's just a shit team. That's just a shit team to.
Oh, I mean, it was pubs. Like, let's be real. But The point you're getting at though is that, like, I've had plenty of conversations with my friends that are still in the community about this, and what I always think back to, I'm going to age myself here. I'm 35. I grew up when, Halo was the peak of gaming, and I remember Halo 2. They delayed their game twice, and it was about a year and 3 months, maybe a year and a half before Halo 2 officially dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope, if there's any T17 developers in here, like, I know I've gotten into some words with a couple of you, but really, like, we have the opportunity to test. We have a community that's willing to test stuff for you. Like, you have tools in your basket to allow us to test things for you. Like, please let it happen, because I love this game and I want to see it continue to thrive. But when you roll out these updates that allow players to not play, they're just going to disconnect and go play Battlefield 6.
Yeah, I mean, that was also pretty unfortunate timing for Hell Let Loose there too, with the release of that. But Snow, why don't we get your take on this one? As you're mostly a tanker, and this affected mostly armor. So what is your impressions been? And before you do, I just want to say that Loot Up, it's going to be on Utah Beach, WN4. Go ahead.
So disappointed the EXO game got delayed, because I was so looking forward to EXO having to attempt to drive their tanks down that railway. It's impossible. I don't know if that will even get fixed in the update. EXO, you're going to need better routes. It's broken. We play on Carrington, so that's what I mean by the railway. But just going off the update as a whole, and then like TPL, I love change. I hate the meta we're in, and I love things that change it. So I am actually happy that we've got it's not a content update, but like a game mechanics update, I should say. Obviously, I hate the way it's been rolled out. I agree. There needs to be PTEs in console. I don't know why there isn't. PC, I played it several weeks before it got released on Steam. So I was pretty adapt to kind of the changes that were happening. But I am glad to see not just a fucking map, like a Soviet map that we won't, that what TPO is going to say is not comp worthy, and they're not going to rotate it. It's just a waste of an update. At least now there's something different. And all right, hot take artist here. I hate that TPL banned this shit without doing any testing besides a fucking pub game and one scrim. Okay,
what, of the artillery strike?
Yes, I agree. Is it powerful? Yes. And they're dialing it back for reasons. Okay, cool. And if TPO is... Hold on, Awake, before you fucking comment, because me and Awake's been going back and forth all week. Okay, they're reducing it. I hope TPO comes and says, okay, let's use it. Especially now it's not going to be destroying spawns. I don't like banning something. I don't like setting that line in the sand. Like, let us use it the end of the season and see how it affects, because it was bugged. Shut up, brother. Just because you got some kills in a fucking game against some nobody doesn't mean anything.
I think it's definitely going to get reevaluated as far as if it's going to get banned or not with the new changes. I think the changes are exactly what needed to be made for it to be something that can fit into the game. And I think, Hell Let Loose proved us right by changing it. Yeah, I think that for me, and I voted to ban it, to be quite honest with you, and that's because of the fact that it destroys spawns. It's because of the fact that if I'm playing a map edge point and I'm up 3-2, and I know where your map edge garrison is going to be because I know where it's going to be, and now I can nuke your entire front line, like, that's ridiculous. It's going to make up 3-2 even more powerful than it already is. And when you consider the fact that that you're only going to have one heavy every 10 minutes up, and it's really going to be 20 minutes before you can do a heavy push now, you had no chance of breaking that stalemate if you were down 3-2.
Hold on, Silas, but you can. The enemy team has the same ability.
Yeah, but using it offensively is much, much more difficult than using it like offensively from an up 3-2
unless you're playing Legion, Taco 6, and maybe EXO. 95% of the teams have their frontline Garys right on the front line. You know where one's at. You know where the rest of them
Right.
are at. If I'm an attacking team, I knock the 3 garrisons out and push.
Right.
It's the same. Uh, and listen, let me put it this way. Okay, say the cooldown was 5 minutes. The same ability, it was a 5-minute cooldown. Would it be banned then?
I mean, it depends on how it tests. Like, you know, when anyone could jump into a private server with it and test, like, is it reasonable the amount of times that, considering the munitions that are going to be available, considering that artillery is going to be going, you know, is it something that I can use every single 5 minutes and I should be using it every single 5 minutes because it's so ridiculous? Or is it something that I need to strategically think about every 10 minutes if I have the munitions, if the situation calls for it? If it's the latter, then sure. If it's the former, then no way, because then it just becomes a commander like, oh, timer's up, let me, you know, nuke the map a little bit.
Do you not do that with a peace strike? And do you not do that with a bombing run?
No.
Well,
No,
yeah, but a
you
bombing
won't.
run's 10 minutes out, and a peace strike is 25 minutes.
The only thing
20
you do
minutes.
that with is
Yes.
supplies. That's the only thing that where, like, every time it comes up, you should be dropping it. But everything else, like, you know, you hold the peace strike for when you need it. Like, you're not gonna, oh, peace strike's up. Where's the closest tank ping? Let me just toss it over
But
there.
but a lot
I'm
of
gonna
teams
disagree.
do. A lot of teams do that.
I'm gonna disagree with Caparzo there. Like, sorry,
Yeah,
like because you only get you get a peace strike once every 25 minutes, and as soon as I get it up, like, I'm asking, like, in red chat, like, hey, like, what tank is sitting still?
And
What
Caparzo,
tank is sitting still? Like,
Caparzo, I'm with you.
go ahead.
We don't do it. Me, you, and Dibble and teams do not do that because 9 times out of 10 our armor is so good. We're either knocking out tanks or our AT is good. But you gotta look in these smaller divisions that could look at the games we casted. There was like 2 or 3 peace strikes that happened. We only caught one of them, but Ballsack said they took out another tank on the bridge, and then there was another tank down the hill that got peace strike. And I knew, as me a commander, like as a tanker, I mean, every time there's a peace strike, I set a timer, and 9 times out of 10, when I do that, there's another one coming to kill me. I don't know.
I gotta tell you, Snow. When we played on Stalingrad, when you guys capped mid with 10 minutes left, I fucked up. Like, my peace strike was gonna hit you, but instead of running it vertical down the train cars, I ran it horizontal, and it literally hit the train car. Like, point being, though, is that, like, I'm telling you, like, for someone that's like myself, and Snow, I think it was actually your first scrim with 6 is when we played on SMDM with AA being mid, and I dropped a real nasty airhead, like, and it allowed us to win.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, no, like,
We were Americans.
it was pretty gross, and I'm not going to give away my spot. But the point being, like, you're telling me that I can add an artillery strike to that, like, you know, especially, like, as a commander, like, if I know that you have used your artillery strike, and I have, you know, map awareness to be like, okay, like, hey, like, this is what's happening. To then drop an airhead with with a bombing run and an artillery strike, like, I honestly, like, I like the artillery strike. I think it needs to be worth 200 munitions, and I think the cooldown needs to be 8 minutes, like, a little bit less than a bombing run, but like, because so when you call an artillery strike, it's 30 seconds for the rounds to land, and then it's 2 minutes of bombardment.
Did you read the patch notes they released today about it, the changes that they're doing?
Oh, please fill me in.
I believe the radius is bigger and there's less shells. I know it don't kill spawns now, and I think the munition cost is up to like 125.
Yeah, that's
Awake
what
said
Awake
that.
said. Yeah.
That's not right.
I saw what Rev said a little bit earlier, just to take a step away from the artillery thing specifically, but the tank stalling when they're turning, I think that is a massive issue. Is that something you've been able to work around, Snow?
Yes. Okay. I'm going to say it because this is how they have changed the way. Yeah, well, it's not a secret because people are going to eventually find this. But now, when you drive a tank, it's like driving a car. You don't drive a car. If you ever drive a manual car, you don't sit in like your high gear everywhere. Turning, you can now downshift and hold RPMs, And like if you're going to a turn, you can downshift all the way into second turn, go up to third, keep going, then hit fourth. Then
Really?
Used to it was speed to fourth gear, stay in fourth gear the entire time till you need to stop. Now you drive the tank like you drive a car. So if you're going up a hill, you need to downshift your tank or you're going to stall because you can't be in a high gear going 10 miles an hour and you're just going to stall. You have to, for all the tank drivers, you have to learn how to redrive the tanks. And that's all we've been doing this week, especially on a map like Carentan, where it's like very tight.
Thank goodness you guys didn't have that on Hurtgen, for all the games that happened a couple weeks ago. That would have been a nightmare with all the elevation changes and everything like that.
Carentan is so much worse because when we played you guys, well, R22R with you guys filling in, or however we did it, we were the opening start going like 50 miles an hour down the fucking road. And Carentan has all those like rubble piles.
Yeah.
You have to counter steer so much, or you're just gonna go right into the building. But you have to shift it like you would shift a car. Like if you're going up a hill, you need to shift down, and you're not gonna if you can hold your RPMs.
That's actually good to hear because, so those that have been playing me for a long time, if you ever see me in a tank, I'm usually completely blasted. Like
to get a license.
I like going to Blue Chat and I blast like Venga Boys, like we like to party, like that kind of just being goofy. But one of my biggest complaints was the fact that like you can't downshift. Like like I know I'm going to take let's say I'm going to take a 90 left. Like you go to downshift and try to make that turn, and your RPMs like die anyways. Like pre-update.
It doesn't do it now.
And so that's actually really good to hear. Like it actually takes like a little bit more skill to drive a tank. So I'm happy to hear that. Are you still having issues with clipping?
Oh yeah, that hasn't changed, and the clipping is terrible now. That's another topic. But just on the tank driving, and if you're doing a 90-degree turn, you just go fourth to second, and you could spin, turn hard left, hard right, wherever you like to go. It's a lot of little tricks in there now. Like you could do a fourth to first turn really fast. You can do a fourth to third turn really fast now. There's a way where you can start off in second. But yeah, I know we're pushing time.
No. I want to keep the discussion going, but just we're gonna hit that be right back screen right now, and then as soon as I get into the match here, we'll be right back, and we'll continue the discussion from there as we await this match to start. So, but for now, guys, give us about 3 minutes here, and we will be right back with a continued Update 18 discussion and a match cast here. So we'll be right back.
Utah weak, storms coming in. Pathfinders and gold, let the war begin. The insiders light it, crowd on their feet. TPL blood in the sound and heat. Tracks hum, the tide runs red. Smoke and sand where the fearless bled. Pathfinders call precision and pride. Go charge as fast, can't run, can't hide. Every shot rings like thunderous waves. Only the bold will the crowd engrave. Lights up the inside. Bring the fire, Utah says. The bar goes higher. Pathfinders go. Who takes the ground? TPL rolls with the stadium sound. Black boy, walk forward, hold it fast, make it warm. Rifles echo off the seaside line. Go pushing hard, but the clock's unkind. Pathfinders dig deep, smoke and sand. Hell itself couldn't break this stand. One team falls, one team stands. Distorted air, the crowd screams loud. Guitars crash in, heavy and proud. The insiders call.
Alrighty, welcome back, everyone. We are back, and we're on LL, but we're gonna be on Utah, so don't pay any mind to that.
What a fucking starting map.
Yeah, right. But yeah, just I don't want to take us away from what we were talking about earlier with the update 18 stuff. So, we were talking a little about the collision stuff, and Snow or not Snow. Awig mentioned it earlier up in the chat about how Panthers getting stuck on the chicken assets and stuff like that on different maps, and like that sort of stuff. Obviously, is funny, and I've seen more upside down tanks than I've seen in a long time being posted to the different league chats, but we're gonna be on Utah in just a second here.
Dude, we wanted faster tanks for the longest time, but now none of us know how to drive anything with speed. So
Monkey's paw curls.
Dude, we have the Stewarts and the Pumas. They're so hard to drive. Just if it's not just a flat open map to drive it down, like Carrington. Oh my goodness, that was the dry runs of me trying to drive that Stewart down a straight road and hitting those rubble piles. That's terrible. And the train tracks are so broken. I don't know if they're gonna fix any of it, but
well, I mean, I gotta kind of clap back against that. I mean, I've driven a tracked vehicle, and it is very. I mean, you have to realize you're driving 6, 7, 8,000 pounds of shit, and especially with a track, I mean, we all people talk about the realism in this game, and for the most part, I'm actually against it. I think they need to actually buff the bazooka for allies, in this one and the other. But
I agree
you
with
want to talk, I appreciate the realism, but at the same time, this is a game about balance, and I feel like allies in general are at a disadvantage. But that's a whole nother conversation. But when it comes to driving a tank, if you hit a rubble pile, I mean, yeah, you should be hitting a rock and losing control, but if you hit a rubble pile at 40 miles an hour, yeah, you absolutely should blast into the wall that's right next to you. So.
Well, we used to be able to just drive through them. The assets wouldn't clip. So the routes that we know, Caparzo, I know a little off topic. Was there only 7 people on the fucking other team?
No, it's because they had to switch it to Utah. And that so that they can select WN4, and then they're having a double switch. They flipped it again, so now people are on the opposite team, so that when they do the proper flip next, it's going to be so it's the match is not fully mustered yet. It's very likely that Goat is still getting into the server. So that's why I saw Wake was that's a lot of crashes. Yeah, that would have not been good if you had to start the match with 7 players.
7 people. I was like, damn. But overall, I mean, it's an exciting update. I love the tank turret speed. That's the pro of this update. Being able to just flick on motherfuckers now. And then I do love the speed and everything light and above. Medium is a really good speeds. The heavies have really good speeds. The lights have good speeds too, because now they're the same speed as trucks. So now when you're doing your openers, you don't have to wait that 2 or 3 minutes for your lights to get in position. Now it can be one. No. You can really stage your openers a little bit differently, because now you have immediate armor there. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, have you what's the so. My tank guys are telling me that the tanker is not worth it at all. Has there been any sort of
the tinker? Is that what you said?
Or the technician? I call it technician.
Oh yeah. Well, it saved our ass against Legion. We were out of ammo, so we built an ammo station and we built rep stations for ourselves. I mean, we like it, but it's really situational. They're in our R22R game.
We're in the R1, yeah.
Yeah, we're fucking stuck in the middle of the road with no shells left in the heavy by the factories, and we were like, "Fuck, we're out of shells." So I was like, "I'm building you something." I just saw a box in the corner.
Well, is there
that
any
someone-
disadvantage to using it? Like, it has the same crewman loadout, except it also has the wrench.
It
where
doesn't
you
have a
can-
torch.
Oh, it doesn't
It
have a
does-
torch.
Yeah,
Okay,
it doesn't
all right.
doesn't have a torch, and it also so we noticed in our R&D that so if you're an engineer and you build a rep station, it's about 15, 16 seconds.
It
If you're a
takes longer.
tinkerer, yeah, it's a 21, 22-second range.
But now you get a hammer as a mechanic, as they call it, the person with the torch. So if you're a driver, you're typically the one hopping out first to rep. If you were in a spot where either your gunner could hop out, which is your other crewman, he also has a hammer that he could swing, and that's what we did. We threw our TC on the gun, sit there, built that stuff up really, really fast. The only thing is the ammo station only gives you 5 rounds, but
Right.
it disappears. Another, if I don't say it, I'll
Well-
forget. Sorry, if I don't say it, I'm
No,
gonna
go
forget.
ahead.
I love that the engineer now can scrap carcasses for extra fuel, even though there's a fucking delay. I saw JPL in the on the taco server get like 30 carcasses from trucks and AT guns and everything. He probably got like 3,000 fuel just off those.
Here's
But-
a move for you Div 1 teams. You should park your free transport trucks immediately left of HQ and park that shit outside. Let it blow up to the point where someone's close enough to take those carcasses.
Yeah,
back.
Get the fuel.
Cannibalize your own
Exactly.
transport trucks that you don't need during the match. Yeah, use them like a free medium, but as fuel generators.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that is a good
absolutely.
one.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, even as commander, like you get to a point as a commander that runs their truck for 80 minutes a game, or a Jeep or whatever, like, you get to a point to where like you're content with your logistics line. So hop out of commander, go jump in, go jump in tank technician or whatever, or just start driving trucks outside. And typically you have a tank that's playing more defensively, and so if you need someone that comes in as technician and say, hey, I need you to spawn on HQ1, like I have 5 transport trucks
Well,
and
an
bullshit.
engineer can do it. An engineer can do it.
Oh, an engineer can do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anyone
then
with the
so as a
hammer
commander, like you just
or
join
wrench.
it. You just join any squad, hop in an engineer, and then go run west of HQ. And
I think anyone with the hammer can do it. Actually, I don't think it's.
It is a hammer function. So yeah, it's pretty versatile in how it's set up. But I like that kind of stuff. Like that's a good change. That's like the only issue is now there's a fucking timer, so your fuel's just, you'll have 3,000 fuel for no
Right,
fucking
right,
reason.
exactly. Fuel's no longer like a real bottleneck that teams are really going to have. I think the half track is going to be used a lot more, obviously, because you got to make.
I mean,
the
as
most
a
of the
commander,
fuel.
though, you should be converting. You should be converting. That's free. That's free convert.
Right.
Like.
Right, you could also use it as other things as that might come up during the match, but
You can spawn Osiris a Jeep, so you can drive around.
what do you guys think?
If you're a commander and you're not converting all game, you're not doing it right. I'm telling you right now. Like you need to be converting all game long. Whatever your need is, like you should be converting to that. Like I mean, fuel isn't a problem anymore, but like. Now that this new update, like it takes away from fuel, while you should be converting your munitions, and then dropping ammo boxes everywhere you go, dropping supply boxes, I mean, even using strafing runs. Like I can't tell you how many times I've saved a point because let's just use dugout for example. Like dugout on the northwest side, like typically people are hanging out in the trench network, so you just drop the strafe. And all of a sudden you get 3-4 kills. Like you should always be converting as a commander. I'm telling you, like that's the way to play.
Yeah, I'm just getting the link for the cast for the stream right now, but there we go. But what do you guys think of WN4 here? Considering Pathfinders are going to be the allies here, and Goat is going to be the Axis. So WN4 is a little bit of an interesting point. We've seen it a few times this season. But, you know, Osiris in the commander seat, if you're the commanders for the allies here, and, you know, that's the side that we're going to be on, what do you think?
So if I'm attacking WN4, I mean, realistically, you need to have as many satchel classes as you can on your meat grind to drop satchels on those barns if they can make it there. But realistically, I'm committing a light tank, and this is 49s, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so if we're playing 49s, I'm committing probably, let's just say 6 to 8 guys, so 2 squads worth with a light tank to the houses to the south to try to get control of the southern side of WN4. And everything else is just going right up the gut. I would probably send recon to the house to the south as well, along with the other recon team going to the north end to double flare that entire area. Arty for allies is going to be extremely important because your armor is coming up that hill, and it is just a little bit slower of an approach. But realistically, I really think you can't lose the north side, but I really think the fight for mid on WN4 comes from the south. So you need to have, you know, put your MGs up on the north side. Put another light tank. Commander should always be dropping another light tank to assist with that. But realistically, that 3-story to the south side is the key to getting into WN4.
Yeah, where do you play as the opening medium here, Snow, for both factions? I just want to get an idea of where we're going to maybe expect to see that starting medium battle.
Oh, dude, if it's me, and I'm taking it right up the middle, right between that silo and that barn, down that whole alley.
If you're the Germans?
Yeah, if I'm the Germans, like right down that hall right there is where I'm shooting and aiming. I can also look into that barn. Obviously, if I have infantry, which you should have on the opener, I should have some infantry around there. And if I'm the Americans, there's too many places to play. You could obviously counter that by sitting deeper, or you can hit that house. Like, guess would be on the north side right there that you're panning to. Yeah, I would say over there. There's a good peak on that house. You can see if you you can kind of see the peak right there to that field and cut them off as they're trying to advance. You could sit behind on the main road, or you could also help Grandma's house. It's kind of however you want to set it up.
To me, you know, this map has a couple different like win conditions like across the board. So like if you're up here, your win condition is to not be wiped out from up here. Like if you just stall here, you're doing your job. Same thing kind of here. If you're able to stall like right here, you're doing good. Mm-hmm. And then same thing for down here at Grandma's. If you're able to win Grandma's and start wrapping like here to where you can nail this crossfire, like backside of the house, you have this house here to protect you. I think this is like a really strong position. And
that right there is strong.
Yeah, and then
Germans love to put OPs there.
Yeah, and if you're going to then kind of have the crossfire going here, these guys are going to be coming, well, it's a lot of logs coming up, but you're going to have a lot of people coming across the fields here as well that you're able to kind of pinch off and prevent them from, you know, making an impact on the hard cap. So I think it's kind of a long game for the Allies, you know, to execute that. But the Germans have a lot of tough terrain that they need to navigate here. This is a massive open ground. So, you know, the OPs that are going to exist over here by this light, the OPs over here by this house, and, you know, the OPs that are going to be up here are going to be really, really critical to hold on to for GOAT as they make their approach to the point.
Do you know any history with GOAT? I don't know much about them.
Yeah, they're a Latin American team. They were in TPL last season, and they're in TPL this season as well. Let me see if I can. Actually, I could pull up some of the standings from their respective divisions. Let me see if I have that here.
Hey, what are they doing with these logs?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's a good question. We don't have that right now, but
It's all
either way.
good. So are they a fairly like newish team? Well, you said they were there last time.
Yeah, I mean
Like,
they're newer to like our circuit of play, and I was surprised to see Pathfinders playing them because you don't typically see this type of matchup. But I think both teams are kind of getting prepared for their next matchups that they have coming up in the next weekend.
I believe GOAT is like baby 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. That how all the top teams have like a baby team that they kind of really help a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say they play with 22nd. I may be completely wrong there, but
Yeah. Who's on their roster? You don't mind me looking.
Oh yeah, let's take a look here. So on Pathfinders, which is the side that we're on, we have a lot of familiar faces. Comet is going to be playing their artillery tonight, so definitely look out for him. That's the squad that I'm going to be in during the game. We see Chick-fil-A. He's been in the community a long time.
5 rib.
5 rib, yeah. The McRib.
Right out adrenaline. You're my bitch.
And then on the GOAT side, we have some fills, it looks like, from HRB. It's a little bit of a coalition going on for both teams.
Do they need 6? They need 6 players. Let us know.
Yeah, I saw someone say in the chat earlier, like, oh, let Legion know if they need to fill. Careful, you say it in the mirror 3 times and they'll appear.
Yeah. You blink twice, you'll see JPL in there so fast.
Do apologize. Give me 1 minute. My wife is asking
good.
me to come up.
Yeah, no worries.
Gotta be a husband.
I hear ya. We still got some time before we're kicking off here, so no rush.
For sure.
But we're at 43, so we need another 6 guys. So 1 white chat. It's not really surprising to see. It's usually how these things go for these scrims in particular.
Yeah. We need another scrim. Oh wait, we scrim you guys tomorrow.
Yeah,
cool.
That's on Carentan train station, right? That's what you guys are playing next.
You guys were supposed to play on Aussie servers.
Oh, I saw
Fault.
some drama about that.
Followed us to the nail. It's okay. I run 600 ping on Anzer's server.
I mean, like, from my perspective, like, the ping sucks no matter what, pretty much. So, like, when you're in the middle of the Hell Let Loose game, it really doesn't, like, if I'm US East, I still am having the same sort of problems. Maybe it's definitely less, but, I've been playing this game long enough that I kind of know what to expect.
We used to get so tired of, like, in the 8th, we used to get so tired of having to search for hours to find a map on, like, US East. We just said, fuck it, we're going to Asia East where there's nobody and just play.
Well,
and that's what we would
the community found bug where you'd be able to, like, generate your own
Yes.
server? That was ridiculous. Like, but I just love that that's, like, what the community found. And thankfully, we didn't have to use it a ton because private servers were right around the corner. But let's see what we got going on here. I gotta put the monitor on so I can hear.
I thought they were boosting XP for a second, like building and destroying garrisons. We do some crazy shit pre-game. We'll all lay down and like become a worm and just.
Oh, we got Brad over here with the flamethrower.
This was Mahojo against us in our 22 hour scrim. He came over there and blew my tank up, driving a Stuart.
He is known to do things like that.
Into burner.
That's great.
Predictions. I think a 5-0 for Pathfinders.
You think? I think that I'd say Pathfinders definitely has the edge here. I'd put them as a, maybe a minus 300.
Yeah, give me
favorite.
some odds. Give me some odds.
I'd say minus 300 on the Pathfinders money line right now.
My sports betting this week has been astronomically. I'm on such a heater. I was on such like a bad streak.
You know who's
Last
on a heater
week.
right now is Hero in R22R. He posts like his like outrageous parlays in the Legion Discord. Dude is a degenerate. He wins though, so it's not degenerate.
I hit a 15-game NFL parlay
Holy
Oh.
crap! What were the odds?
plus 7,000.
How much did you lay?
100.
Oh my god, dude! That had to be a free bet, unless you just got it like that, Snow. Oh man!
I don't have it like that, but I won. So the best part about football is you have college on Saturday, so I was able to generate some funds with the Alabama game. Alabama was a dog to oh my god, not Michigan, Missouri, or what the fuck you call them?
Mizzou.
Mizzou, there you go. They were a dog. Free money. And the Monday night NFL games, free money. You thought Josh Allen was going to come in there and cook with Atlanta's defense? No way. He came in there and rolled. Listen. Yeah, the parlays be giving it to you.
Yeah.
It's getting so bad. I've been betting on Chinese table tennis.
Hero's been betting on the MLB playoffs. He's been on a heater with those. The Blue Jays. He obviously follows them as a Canadian, but I got pissed just because the Yankees got eliminated. So whatever. The Dodgers are just the Death Star anyway.
They are the Death Star, a very valuable Death Star that I need to.
Yeah,
make
500 million payroll.
I need Shohei to come out and ball.
Just tell him you're gambling on him. He's sensitive to those sorts of things. He might help you out.
I need him to. But the other night I had the Blue Jays winning. They came out being down 0-2. Oh, dude, we're on a heater. We're plus like
They're here.
right around
The degenerate himself. Hero, give us your parlay of the weekend. We need Snow needs some funds.
Oh, dude, please.
Hero said Liberty told me you were talking about me. Yeah, we're talking about your gambling winnings that you're posting in the Legion Discord all the time.
I lost a parlay earlier, the early game, the 1 o'clock game NFL's games on Sunday, to fucking Dallas losing to Carolina. Dallas let Carolina.
That's a
run
survivor pool loser for a lot of people, I think.
Dude, a 7-minute drive to end the game with a last-second field goal. There was some slurs said, let me tell you.
Oh no.
There was a lot of slurs said after that one. I was so mad.
Well, that's honestly on you for betting on the Cowboys. I could never.
Favorites.
So Vegas knew something if the Cowboys were dogs in that game.
No, they were favorites.
Oh yeah, but how much was it? Were they only 150 favorites?
No, well, they were 6-point favorites.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
They were 6-point
Any given
favorites.
Sunday.
Yeah, okay. Well, Bryce Young turned into fucking Patrick Mahomes for a Sunday and cooked them. I was so mad. I lost it was a 14-legger too. With I had profit boost on and everything. I thought I was gonna cash out.
Loot up. The Legion Discord is the Orga Discord. I think you're.
No one cares. Awake. How about you? Get yourself banned. You know. How many TPL are in it? Oh. Bench loaded up.
TPLGN. This roster lock is killing us. Only in Hell Let Loose will people beg for roster lock and then get pissed about roster lock when it happens. I mean,
it should only be for certain divisions.
I think that's somewhat fair. I mean, there's equal problems. I was talking to Maho about this earlier, but there's equal problems with restricting players from moving down as there is restricting them from moving up. With moving down, you have a team who is a Division 7 team, let's call it, and they get a bunch of D1 players, and all of a sudden they just roll through their division, and it kind of defeats the point of having the divisions and playing against similarly skilled teams if something like that could happen. And then on the other side, it's bad for the teams who are in the lower division and are trying to build towards something and then have their players leave, or, their best players leave for the higher division teams. Like, you have to think about
what low division is getting enough D1 players to make a.
Well, it doesn't.
Basically
It doesn't
making
take a ton in those divisions.
No,
where
it don't. It doesn't,
Where you only
but-
have 30 players. You get 2 guys, and that's pretty significant, or it can be.
What if they just find 2 high-level blueberries and the same outcome happens?
I mean, but that's team building the way that I think people believe that team building should happen. If any team goes out and is playing on a pub server and, they see a guy that's dropping insane kills and things, like, that's kind of how we all got to the point where we are now for the most part, right?
Get rid of roster locking. Let people go where they. See, I don't like rules that restrict things. If you can't tell.
Well,
I don't
all
like
rules restrict things. That's what rules are. Got one more player to join, and we're off to the
Right.
races.
I guess you're right, but it's not restricting.
Stop.
Like, okay, there's guideline rules that restrict things. Like, hey, there's a speed limit. Doesn't mean you always follow it. These lines in the sand rules. Hey, we tested this out because we played the 29th versus 2-6. We're banning it.
Should be off.
I'm a steal Snow's plate. All right.
Snow yapping.
Snow, yeah.
You trying to join our 22R?
Dude, if I could speak French.
I always love joining the French squads in the games where I play with them, and it's just like all of a sudden I know nothing that's going on.
That's like when I used to work night shift and I would play like the European servers when I would get home. And I would like join these German games and they're all like fussing. And I have no idea what they're saying.
Oh, here we go.
Snow is still not happy. Awake? Yeah, someone ban Awake.
So we're joining on Mr. Comet here and Charlie. Get up in
I'm not
the
gonna
sky.
lie. We messed up.
How's that?
We were talking about mid and we were looking at the north point.
Oh, it's WN7? I thought it was WN4. That's my bad. Oh, goodness. All right, let's go full screen.
Oh, dude, this is a complete game changer now for Pathfinders. I mean, this is super allied favored. And then you get some flashbacks with this against HOE.
Yeah, that was an intense game. I mean, it's we'll see how this one plays out, but yeah, let's just take a. Oh yeah, this is my first time casting where I can see the other side now too. How exciting!
Oh, it's gonna look like every Garrison's red.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we'll actually be able to see kind of how both of these teams are going to come out of the gates. Oh wow, I'm excited for this.
Damn. We get to see Taco's opener.
Finally.
Been under lock and key for too long. Yeah, if I'm GOAT, those buildings north of WN7 and that hedge is about all I can get. Artie's gonna play a huge factor in this. Same with armor.
We had Scrim 3-5 not too long ago on this map. And what I did as the truck driver is I basically took the truck all the way in here. And at this point, like, my job was just to YOLO. And I YOLO'd it all the way to this house here. And was able to get a satchel down and kind of just play this intersection. And just peek here and peek here. I was able to get into these trenches and just kind of like, be a pest. And
Such a rat.
yeah, it's that house is so critical. I mean, for the Allies, you should have it, but for the Germans, if you're able to get that early on, you're in a great position. So let's take a look at the map here. We have Goat pushing right here. Do we see anything set up for maybe a snipe? We have Chick-fil-A over here. It looks like he's going to be going for it. So let's stick with. Maybe he's just waiting for this truck.
I like this route, Joe, by the allies.
Seeing some
A
of
little
these
concerned.
guys. Yeah.
I'm a little concerned with this truck. What's that top truck doing?
Yeah, so he's a little late. Well, we'll see what happens off the start here. Chick-fil-A does look to be going for a snipe. Maybe Fauci over there as well. We'll stick with Chick-fil-A here and kind of get to see this unfold on the map until we see his rocket go out here. As the Americans, it's going to be probably a little bit later of a rocket. Ooh.
Did that truck miss all the players and not pick them up? Of the enemy?
I don't know. But that might hinder these rocket snipes, as you could imagine.
Yeah, I don't like that route at all from the Germans. You have a road to use.
All right, Chick-fil-A going to be lining it up. And it's off. Initial cap does go. Oh. Not able to get the Puma. Puma is kind of leading the charge. The only thing in soft cap right now.
I think they got a truck stuck.
Oh my goodness. That's a lot of raspberries running to the point here. Oh boy. Oh
you have
boy.
a road, guys. Why don't you use it? I know what you're thinking, to snipe, but
And I love this. I love this by Yinzer here. Must be a Pittsburgher. Doesn't realize that the Puma is right here, though. Puma doesn't realize the truck is right there. Yinzer gets out. Hopefully with
he's
the
a satchel right now.
Yeah, I love this. I love this. That's all pre-planned, and it's awesome to see. Oh boy. And this is great. I love this. Chaos as the AT. He's going to be able to... Oh, does he see? Does he know? He does. Chaos. Going to get that Puma out of here. And we have our first infantry class. Pathfinders over 50%. Been completely uncontested here. As good as it could have gone for Pathfinders to start here. And we're seeing...
Now for Goat, you
this.
just... I would love to see an MG like sprint right now and get to that hedge. That would be insane. Tell you what though, as good as the opener was for Pathfinders, they are kind of stuck in a little bubble. I do like that Goat is controlling these houses here.
Yeah.
I know they're going to kind of get pushed by Muhammad and Farmer, but if they can clear that out and take some control of that road there.
And good frags there for Goat right there to kind of clear up that south. They have some territory that they can push up in. Pathfinder's going to be working on securing their logistics. We see the opening medium for Goat here, pushing through these houses. It's going to be setting up the medium for the allies we see on the south side of the map. And let's just take a look real quick at this map. Pathfinder's very much jumbled in the south. Good presence up here by Church, by the chapel, to kind of help their team out. We have Schmoza over here by Goat in a good spot.
Yeah, they need to get 1 OP on the north side of that intersection. I'm jumbled up in... Oh, there goes my camera. I got a big ass, like 50-inch widescreen that does not fit a camera very well.
But I don't know if you just got back, Osiris, but there was some drama at the start here with Goat kind of missing some trucks and getting stuck, leading to Pathfinder's really early success that they've had here on WN7, not WN4. So that's the other piece that we missed at the start here.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, we're in the south, not the north. And but Goat is recovering exceptionally well. I would just really encourage them not to start bashing their head up against the wall that is crossing this field. We've seen it happen before, and it is just a very untenable meat grind.
Yeah, PF needs to go to MG where Adrenaline's at right now.
I also need to clear that north. If I Spartan, I would start shifting guys that way. It looks like they're already on it.
Yeah, one barbed wire here also is just immense. Like, it completely stops the Goat's ability to do anything in the south here. One barbed wire, probably the most impactful one barbed wire that you can build in the game of Hell Let Loose is this one right here. Oh. And unfortunately...
There it goes.
There we go.
He's 17.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Storms coming in, Pathfinders and gold, let the war begin. The insiders light it, crowd on their feet. TPL blood in the sound and heat. Tracks hum, the tide runs red. Smoke and sand where the fearless bled. Pathfinders call precision and pride. Go charge as fast, can't run, can't hide. Every shot rings like thunderous waves. Only the bold.
Alright, we're back. Oh goodness, don't you love this game, ladies and gentlemen? The rare PS crash caught on camera, but we're back.
Oh, that's a good point. Well, that was a crash. I was gonna say if it was like it would be an already dead. I just saw wood. What if it would have been someone killing their Artie and you died? But no, it was a crash. That would be crazy though.
Thank goodness. Nah, we don't need to have stuff like that in a scrim, no less.
Whoa! That's where we test things.
Yeah, that's where you put the half track outside the map.
If I'm Goat, I am absolutely dropping an airhead bombing run on point right now.
They have pretty good map control. You can see Stone, Gaborone over here up in the north of the point, and they're looking to control this Vin's Liquors here, and that's a really, really important spot. We were talking about it before, but if Stone is able to do what we were saying about earlier, just being a little rat in here, gets a hit marker on Brad, that is brutal, but Brad, Brad! Stone is like, oh goodness, his whole screen. Oh my god, Brad.
Look how far that goes.
That's nuts. Hell yeah, Brad. We saw him in the burns, or in the warm-up muster using that, and he's carrying it over here.
I like that Pathfinders to shift the manpower here to secure this flank. It's really all they can do. Because just like they can't push that open field, neither can Pathfinders.
Yeah. Awake, how do you get a hit marker with the STG? Especially at that range, I genuinely don't know.
I did see that.
Alright,
Still fire.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Osiris.
Prep scrim that we're doing tonight on SDM night. If you get done with this one early, you can always shoot me a message and maybe you guys can come in on us, but that sounds terrible.
Yeah, pause.
Pause.
Unpause.
Yeah, unpause. No, Snow, Cap, thank you. Like, this was great, and I hope to be on sooner than later.
Yeah, absolutely. You're always welcome, Osiris. Thanks for coming on, and thanks for kind of enlightening us a little bit about the 35s and below format with given all your experience. So anytime, feel free to come back on, and best of luck in your scrim tonight.
Thanks, Doug.
All right, take care.
I love how Pathfinders has responded.
Yeah.
Like clearing up this.
I was about to say, the response is exactly what it needed to be, where it needed to be.
Because now, versus literally 2 minutes ago, you almost had Pathfinder in a funnel on hardcap. Now, if you're not careful, Goat's about to be in like a funnel on a few hedges.
Yeah, and you see Toast and Adrenaline here, 2 SLs kind of leading the charge here. Got the Lux up by Goat, which is very hurt. It actually looks like a 3 LPZ crew, so we have a little bit of a Latin America mishmash going on. Oh, that's not a fun OP.
Yeah, I was about to say, what the hell? Oh, it is behind something. It wasn't rendered
Yeah,
in for a second.
yeah,
I thought it was just an open field. But Adrenaline...
If he's able to get an outpost, that'd be huge.
Yep.
Look at the map, though.
Oh, dude.
A lot of backline presence by Goat here. They have a Jeep all the way back here, too.
There's an OP right beside that Gary.
Aw, Harley.
Oh, the map does look so cool.
Yeah,
from
what's
streamer's
going
perspective.
on
Look at
here? How? It's right here. That's so funny. It's a good spot, you know. Both teams thought it was such a good spot that they had to build their spawn points there.
And then on the, was it hill, whatever? There's a Gary nearly right beside each other.
Yeah. Look at all this manpower dedicated to this meat grind. Yeah, this is just pure soft cap pressure on the south side. Yinzer's going to be holding it down.
Now, what you can't have is to lose this front door if you're Pathfinders.
Sure.
You can't have Goat in these trenches and on these hills.
Yinzer with a couple big kills. No,
He's an angry man.
I know he's probably happy about the Steelers' big win last night.
They didn't win.
No, they did. Oh no, Joe Flacco. Right. Oh my goodness, he's probably yeah.
Big Dick Flacco came in there. I wish we would have done that with the Browns. Yep.
It's just that the Steelers always win that kind of game that I defaulted to that.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers left him with like 3-point lead with like a minute and a half left, and the defense failed. How it typically does. So yeah, he's a very angry man today. He's probably waving his towel at the screen.
He's looking to take it out on Goat here.
Now I'm seeing a PF toast. Is that burnt toast, like, or is it completely different?
Sure. I'm not sure. I think it might be different. I could be wrong though. Bombing run's coming in. It's gonna get do some damage to this tank. This tank is actually only a 1-man right now. It looks like. We'll see this come in here.
So Goat, if anything, they're committing to the meat grind.
Oh hell yeah!
This is pure chaos.
I'm not seeing that first armor engagement yet this game. At least we haven't caught it. Maybe it happened when I crashed.
Oh, well, it's happening right now. Medium versus... Oh, it looks like he just lost it.
Oh my goodness. Oh no, that's our truck that's gone down here. You can see this meat grind, like... I mean, you really don't need more than Devil down here to cover this, just because of how impossible it is.
Yeah, medium's getting hit everywhere.
And you're seeing this line, how it kind of is just curving here. I think where Pathfinders will have the most success is trying to punch down here. That's going to kind of open up this whole front line for these guys down in the south and relieve pressure. These guys on this road are doing an incredible job working on clearing this out. Brad with that flamethrower is still going at it.
They are holding hands in that house.
Yeah, you can see this. This is coming in at just the right time. It's going to totally squeeze these guys out.
I love this though. MG, PFP. Thinking about an MG right there and C into that open field. Oh, I like the house better if you can get on top of the roof.
Yeah, he's telling him, he's like, Oh, goodness. I don't think B can see it. Oh,
Damn.
chaos. Didn't quite get it. Oh, and
Uh,
Roka saves it. They have their tank over here. Really important hold here by the GOAT
Another thing
Coalition.
I didn't mention about the update, but now when you're repairing a tank, you have to repair the actual parts, and you can't just hold the torch to the back end anymore. So you have to be like really strategic in how you position tank before you can get the crew out.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the turret's messed up, you have to hop on top of the tank and repair it.
This garrison is kind of being the linchpin of this central kind of arm of the push. We see our Tiger for the GOAT Coalition here. Looks like he's in a showdown with both the medium and then the heavy, who's playing a little further back. Pretty aggressive play by the Tiger here. At least positioning. Oh, and he gets something back there. He gets the heavy.
Nice.
Big play here by GOAT. You can see just how far away that heavy is there, and you know that's how they're gonna end up being able to crack this nut here. Is winning the armor battle.
Host is doing an amazing job. Like, you know, you tell Pathfinders 15 minutes in, you already got OP on this hedge. They'll be on the moon.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, teams work their whole game to get up here, but look at this. Gonna take OP down. Gonna wait. Oh, didn't wait. Gabaron is gonna be able to set up his OP again, and that is a very significant play if he's able to reset it, which I think he is, and being smart to move it behind this hedge as well, I think. Gets it back up, maintains that front line. Taking a look at the map, you're kind of seeing the same sort of stalemate exist. Look at this big gap. Both teams just completely kind of absent from this area of the map.
Yeah, I hate that for both. At least Pathfinders has bodies still alive there, but that's open fields.
Yeah, and it's good map territory. I mean, like, it's very, you know, navigable terrain. I think these guys are going to be committing to it. We have shuffles and beatboxes. That's all it needs is like 2 OPs here, you know?
I feel like GOAT is playing a little too narrow. Because Pathfinders themselves are not really playing... They're playing like half map.
That's a big play. Predator
big
able
deal.
to take out the squad leader and the OP at this house. That really clears up pretty much everything from the back lines right now for Pathfinders. So keeping the game in front of them, which I love to see. Playing this squad leader kind of offset is also something I like. You know, kind of making sure that your line is really, you know, solid and nothing's going to get behind you. And now these guys that are playing here, all they got to worry about is what's in front of them. And that's a huge relief as an infantryman. If you tell me that the only enemies I'm going to see are going to be coming from one way,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Where's this medium? Oh, there he is. Kind of.
That's where I play. That's my spot. I love that spot.
You know, we have 2 rep stations up and another blueprint here ready to be built. Another rep station over here as well. Heavy is taking some shots from Darth Cadus over here, just kind of working to back him off a little bit.
What do you happen to know off the top of your head what division code is?
I believe they're 5, I want to say.
Division
5 or
2 versus
4.
5? Because they're playing a lot better than I expected them to, I'm not even gonna lie. But I just don't know much about them, so...
Let me check really quick. They're Division 5.
That's a good drop.
Oof, that artillery just pounding this tank right now.
I assume they mutually agreed not to use the artillery ability.
I imagine they're playing with the TPL rule set, yeah.
Bummer.
I don't know if Chick-fil-A got the satchel on this medium. I saw he was, no, it doesn't look like it.
Ooh, big satchel there, though. I don't know if you saw it in the right.
Did it? It didn't get the. Oh, there's.
Yeah, there's two.
Oh, look at this. Medium ricocheted off the back of that tiger. That's so unfortunate. Just misses the follow-up. And this tiger's gonna live to fight another day.
Maybe it's Artie that's sitting. Yeah, it's Artie. I thought it was a satchel. It took out a ton of them.
Big push through by Pathfinders here, though. This is as good as they have looked, you know, especially looking at the north here. You know, again, these guys' win condition is to just hold Goat and, you know, the coalition team on the, you know, west side of this hedge. And they're doing it really, really, really well. Look at all these spawns, though. Brad with the flamethrower. Keep it going, Brad. You don't realize how many there are. Brad. Oh, God, Brad. Get roasting them.
Hey, how do you fight that?
Oh, nice. It's a lot of carnage down here. No rep station for you, says Cadius over there with a really good rocket shot. We see this tiger still kind of now hold down over here, but not much to look at.
Pathfinders is really pushing that north.
Yeah. Yeah, and they did take out this garrison as well, which is a big, big play. Go with the one garrison down here with the tiger. They have a medium and then just a couple OPs, but you can see Pathfinders steadily moving up, getting the Goat Coalition in this crossfire and advancing.
You gotta stop that north. What they're doing is just wrapping.
Yeah, but kind of this front door wilting a little bit for the Pathfinders, and it's just going to be a matter of if those guys in the north can wrap quickly enough to stall this out.
Well, yeah, I mean that's one of the concerns. If you gotta keep constant pressure on that front line. Like, say, Goat those both tanks and some infantry, they'll really put a lot of pressure on that point.
And we're seeing
honestly,
now, only now is the first heavy coming back out of spawn, or the second heavy.
Hot take, but man, like, I would wait. If I'm a tanker here, I would work on killing that tank because you know it's coming. Knock that out, know it in my head, and then I would go for a push here. Because now you're kind of playing against the clock, because you know Pathfinders is wrapping.
Yeah, if Goat is able to take out that tank, like you're saying, that's their opportunity.
No, I wouldn't do it now. I think you get, you know, it waited too long.
That medium is just playing this really, really well, not allowing this tiger to, you know, feel free enough to move ahead. Tossing a smoke at him, too. I wonder if he has an ammo station over here. Yeah, he's smoking him.
Yeah. It's typically good for 5 AP rounds, so he has the supplies there in that box over there, so
It's a
they're
lot
crew.
of it's a lot of rep stations.
Check out the new variant in the tank color too. You can change the color of it.
Oh yeah, look at that. Hold on.
Yeah.
The Hellcat.
I tell you what, it kind of blends in there in the shadow.
Yeah, it does. It does. Tiger's playing very defensively. OP
I was about
goes
to
down
say.
as well.
Oh yeah, Chick-fil-A, big play. Coming for that Garrison. See, this is what you didn't want to happen. You were wanting to hold that and prevent them from wrapping.
Oh. Now it's just Brad against quite a lot of goat. Oh, it's Brad with the flamethrower though. If he could just get close enough, that would have been awesome.
Oh shit.
This wrap is really coming together nicely for the Pathfinders, though. If we look on the map, you can see this front door of the point is completely cleared off. And, you know, it's tempting probably to want to move out and try to get into Drown Fields and, you know, do that. But really what they need to worry about is looking south. And I think that they're doing a good job of knowing that. That just speaks to their experience and kind of general, you know, game sense and awareness.
I mean, look how close they are. They're only like 100 meters away.
And I think you're going to see Pathfinders. Oh, look at this. Rolling forward their medium. Going to potentially be able to do
Below
something.
Nama.
Yeah, they probably are. You're probably right. Are they going to go and do some out-of-map shenanigans? I think they are. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Are they out? Yeah, they are.
Yeah, by a mile.
Oh, no.
Oh no, they're gonna get stuck out there.
Tiger is getting shot by the other heavy that's pulled up in the spot from the medium. This crew is dead. Unfortunate. There's Brad is back.
He's right the flamethrower.
Brad said, "I'm gonna be caught on stream tonight, and I'll do anything it takes." Doing a good job of it. There goes another shot into the Tiger. It's a really tight angle that these guys are working with here. Oh, and just a glancing blow. They should be able to have the angle here, I think. Ooh, just misses short.
And see, his turret's badly damaged, but he can't just hop out and repair and sit behind, because he would have to get on top of the tank to repair it.
Rep station is working for him. Ricochets into the hedge there. One into the tank again. Oh, goodness.
I believe it's just turret shots, too.
Another ricochet.
I think the Tiger hit him on the tracks.
Yeah, it does look like it. But remember, he's got 3 rep stations over there.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be a stall battle here.
That's a whole hit. One shot and the Tiger's dead.
A grade, though. Oh,
Yep.
Goes down. A grade now
Right.
with that satchel.
Thank Gary, too.
Grabs the Gary. Now just this one outpost, I believe. Just a couple outposts and the medium. Oh no,
Oh,
the
mine.
mine gets A grade. that could have been a huge play if he was able to get those OPs and then satchel the tank. And you can see now, I mean, the GOAT Coalition, a really solid kind of advance here in the north, like way out in the north, but it's going to be a race against time. If Pathfinders is able to kind of establish a blue line garrison here, it can get intense quickly on defense.
Yeah, because GOAT don't really have much front door. Pathfinder's just throwing everything in the sink on that north side of the 4th point. How that tank is still up is a miracle.
Yeah, he's just kind of boxed in. There's really nothing he can do. Bombing run coming in, it sounds like. On point. It's a bombing run airhead. Oh, what a shot by Darth there. Here's the airhead.
It definitely got seen. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Yep.
I like when these work.
You can see, really went for it with the smokes too. But Pathfinder's all over it. Let's join up with what's going on here in the north. We have Spears, Saucy Nug, Shuffles, all pushing in to the Drown Fields from the north side here. Oh god.
Like, I hear him. Oh, Felix.
Oh, Shuffles.
Oh, no.
Big kill. Gonna bandage.
And that's just a
He's gonna
difference
try to get his outpost up.
on this level like a good shooter could do. Like that. Shuffle should have been dead 30 times.
There it is. The 31st is what it takes. He's... And you can see all those grayed out red circles there. We have two tanks up here, a Puma and a Tiger. We have that medium that's now backing up on the map edge. The heavy for Pathfinder still playing in that spot. I think that they'll probably wait until they have another heavy up before they consider moving that one. Reaching that stalemate portion of the game as Pathfinders are still kind of working on setting up their logistics and moving it forward. Would like to see them get a blue line garrison over there by like November squad. Strike went in. I'm not sure where it went for. It went all the way in the back here, and we can see Pathfinders looks to have built a. So I think Goat went for the P-Strike on the airhead, but the Puma is able to take it out here. Brad's still using that flamethrower back here. Oh my goodness. Pratt is just incinerating the front line here, or the back lines, I should say. Really drawing quite a lot of these guys back here and opening the door for Muhammad, Weldy, Mo, Jugs to kind of just walk into the point if they really want to. I wonder when Pathfinders will realize that they can just cross this field here if they wanted to. I think Jugs is just going to go for it. I think he sees that tiger and senses the opportunity. And this is a big play. I think they see, the TC might see him. Jugs gets the satchel on. And now Pathfinder's pushing in, and you're going to see some, pressure here starting as Nug and them get into the hard cap. That crew is now dead. I think just a gunner. Nope, not even. And that is a dead tank. I think you'll see all these guys start to push in now. And now wrapping in the back lines. Spears and Muhammad, both AT, going to be in prime position to deal with this P4 here. That cap pressure does indeed start. And Spears and Muhammad are going to work this one out between them. Big kill. Spears has a satchel, in fact. Oh no! Spears gets the satchel off. Whole crew jumps out.
I had a phone call. But
No,
yeah,
you're good.
I was seeing the satchels.
He sees the satchel. He's getting shot at. Oh no! Is he gonna be able to get it?
He redeployed. He already knew. Oh, and he saved the tank.
Lively.
Oh,
Big play there. Wait, did he get back in it or did he get headshot? No, he got back in it. Okay.
Yeah, but his redeploy because he thought his tank was gonna be gone. Holy God! Look at him.
Yeah, the full
A
reset
ball.
happened, it looks like, from GOAT when they were losing the point there. But you see what they're giving up is that entire hedge line. They have now these two mediums that are really going to be what makes or breaks it for them here.
Little do they know that Pathfinders is just running through the field to their point.
We see that heavy pushing up, and exactly what happened. The other heavy came to take its spot. Pathfinders is going to be aware that with that tiger down from the satchel on the point, that they have a tremendous advantage right now with being able to pull their heavy up, and only really going to have to deal with these mediums. And I think this is like the next phase of the game has begun now.
Yep. The attackers have become the defenders.
Yes, exactly. And you can see in the kind of the bowl that they're getting put in. I'm sure we're going to see Comet start to rain in this artillery on them.
This is a tough hole to climb out if you're Goat. You kind of just gotta pick a side and try to take it. Clearing up map edge will be a start.
Yeah, it all starts with just winning your frags. I think Beatbox here is gonna have a ping on this medium, and I think you'll see the heavy start to take some shots here as he peeks out of that opening. Yeah, you can see him kind of positioning his hull.
Yeah, P4 has no idea.
Yeah, exactly. The intel is all to
Allied
Pathfinder's favor.
medium barreling down the main road right now to your left.
Oh yeah, look at that. Gets a shot into the Panzer IV, and then double tapped by that heavy. That medium crew wanted that CS, I'm sure, but either way, that is a dead medium. Gonna soften up this point even more. We see the other medium coming in to kind of replace him, but getting shot at by the heavy, already one into him, and down this road is that medium, that allied medium. Chick-fil-A is right there. Lively says, oh my god, another satchel? Oh.
So you gotta know.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
That was gruesome. The only thing preventing this medium from seeing it right now is the carcass, but now it's got an angle. It's gonna take it. Oh, maybe they built a garrison over here too. Oh, maybe he doesn't know? Oh, here's Brad. Here's Brad again.
In the trenches with the flamethrower is insane.
Oh, Brad, they're right there at that next light. Oh my goodness. Oh my, how did Shuffles avoid that?
I was gonna say, he's accurate with
it. Brad's hit. That's great. Big spawn wave
Holy
off the
shit.
garrison that was just built. That medium goes down to the heavy. The allied medium is pushing that neutral space in the north. And the Noose Titans.
You say that, but Goat has done a really good job of clearing up this north of their map here. Now they just need to focus on front line and map edge.
Right.
They're still in that deep hole. You got Brad with a flamethrower going crazy.
I mean, honestly, like, you just got killed there, so it's fair. Look at this. These spawn waves are crazy over here, though.
Brad's gonna.
Yeah, if Brad can just start, like, shooting the flamethrower that way, well, good things will happen. Oh gosh.
Smoking all.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Did he get the garrison? He might have.
Does it take out garrison?
Yes.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah, it takes out garrisons, airheads, nodes.
You start running at more.
Oh yeah, it's a blast. But looking good for Pathfinders here on the point. If we look at the map, there's a tank up here in the north for...
Huge spawn wave off that Gary.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, look at that. That might save it with soft cap alone here. That's a lot of guys. And you can see some of these guys kind of regrouping here. Papa Squad in a good spot to get a garrison up post cap here. Medium doesn't... Oh, medium takes out the other tank there. I'm not sure which one that was. We got...
Chris is like, oh shit. Oh.
Alright, gets one into the side. That's a good hit. Good pen. We got Danny
Does
over
no one
there.
have an OP? What is with these spawn waves?
Oh my goodness. Pathfinders caps, and let's see what happens over here with the resetting of OPs by Goat. So not only CQD gets his OP back up.
He builds a Gary, but it's gonna be immediately locked out.
It's open for now.
Oh, you can tell if it's open?
Yeah, it's it'll go with a red dot in the middle.
Oh, okay.
See how like this one is clear?
Gotcha.
Yeah, so and you can see their OPs get hot too. Like, that guy just lost his OP. I'm not sure from what. I think he got splashed, but like yeah, now it's locked.
Gotcha, yeah, I didn't know it. Okay. That's good that you can see if it's locked out or not.
Yeah, I did love seeing like that line come together and you can just see like enemy friendly.
Yeah.
We have Rod Launcher up here in a really good spot. I think he's probably just waiting on a support guy. But you're seeing Pathfinders doing a good job kind of clearing up their 4 grid squares of drowned fields. Moved up their armor, so they have one heavy playing a little bit further back and one heavy playing a little bit more, on point. The front door looking pretty good. No garrison set up quite yet on this front door. It's a very difficult point to push here, Drowned Fields, with it being so far off of the blue line for you, and not really very, not very good terrain here either. We're a little over halfway through in the timer, and Pathfinders has really looked like a very good team here today with how they've come out and have been using their tanks in the new update as well. I think it's they're definitely on top of the meta right now. Line is once again sort of being established here. You can see a lot of squad leaders going to be working to push to this next hedge line. You see these meat grind guys, Just Frank really close to, I think, taking out an outpost here.
I thought you did take it out.
Yeah, he might have. Oh, goodness. This is a medium, but you can see it's like kind of shooting into the HQ there. What's this truck? Oh, get shot out. It's like, I hear a truck. What's that about?
That's Osiris's Uber.
You're seeing a lot of manpower now shifting over here, which causes a little bit of a flicker of Drowned Fields, and Drowned Fields now being capped. And this is an insanely long offset push. Very hard to execute. It's going to be interesting to see how much these guys trust their defense here to hold out.
I was about to say, well, they already have the confidence in being able to take the ground, so I think they're in another situation where now's their time to push Drowned Fields before this push can arrive on Flooded House. You're already starting to see the garrisons light up on Drowned Fields, so we can get some pressure.
Looks like it's like you're seeing all those flares go out, kind of show them exactly what's going on here.
smokes in the HQ. I'm Pathfinders. I'll throw an airhead somewhere. You can end it. Play it uber aggressive.
Yeah, realistically, they could airhead, behind this hedge here.
Honestly, all they need is that medium to be and where
Yeah.
Rumsfeld is.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if they can airhead, like, with the medium defending it, that'd be a big play there. I think they have a garrison. Or no, that's an OP over here. Let's take a look at the point because we can see a bombing run coming in. Looks like it's just a regular bombing run. I don't know who this is for. I imagine.
Do you see both? Do you see both abilities?
I think so. Yes. So
Yeah,
that's
I've seen
obviously
that.
a goat bombing run.
Dude, doesn't get a single person
That's
with it.
crazy.
Everyone's just hunkered down.
Yeah. A lot of outposts up here, though. You can see an insane amount of manpower being tossed in by the Goat Coalition. These guys still plugging away, and I commend that because, just to speak from my, how I play the game, like, if I'm a guy like Silo and I'm, I know I'm supposed to be attacking and I see everything that I see on the map as far as what's going on defense, I'm more inclined to want to go back, but to have trust in your team and, trust in just doing your job, I think is a sign of a team that has confidence. And why wouldn't you? You played a great game up to this point, right?
Yeah, I mean, so far they've come in here, took the lunch money, fucking made a sandwich, kicking through the front door.
Is that a tiger there? Yeah. Takes out one of those mediums and starting just to claw it back little by little, and that's how it starts.
Well, if they can get through their head that Pathfinders isn't really putting a lot front door defense where they are now because it's such a big, but there was opportunities where this point was open because they had committed so much to taking it. These top tier teams have, like, I don't know, at least when we were playing in the 8th going against like I wouldn't say like a worse team, we would get so carried away with trying to push a point that we would forget that, hey, we're letting this front line slip, and then teams can get right back into it.
Take a look at the map again. Definitely Goat kind of killed that front line push. The garrison that they had kind of supporting it or supplying it is now gone. This heavy rather is in a little bit of danger. Well, maybe not so much because it's just a spotter and a sniper. Still, they'll be able to get intel on that tank. Wani says, "Shut up, Snow. You ate the 8th, big girl." Care to comment?
No.
A little bit of implementation of the golden rule there, maybe.
Big girl.
that got me. I like that one. Every time I see Wani, I just think of the ALU Big Chief, Little Chief video.
Same. Big Chief, Little Chief. Whoa, it sounds like Bonanza.
yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Wow, a Bonanza reference on a Hell Let Loose stream in 2025. Oh my goodness.
I was about to say, I didn't think you would know what that was.
Come on, dude.
You're not Southern, so I would know.
No, I growing up,
New York
me and my dad would
stockbroker.
watch. We would watch like TV Land, like all the old TV shows and stuff like that.
Land.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so like all the old Little Rascals and stuff like that. Like My nana used to have all the Little Rascals on VHS, and I used to watch that all the time when I was a kid.
Listen, nothing beats, what was it, Sanford and Sons on TV Land.
Look at this. Heavy takes out the other Heavy, and I think he caught a glimpse of the medium too. So that's a big pick by the by Pathfinders there. This Heavy's kind of out on an island right now. To be fair, he doesn't have a lot to worry about because he just took out their Heavy, and realistically, they won't have it for a while. And this tank is gonna now like just sweep the line here, and I think this is smart. You know, again, takes a lot as players to not want to just go here in that Heavy, but knowing that they're gonna be most valuable to their team, just kind of going along this line, not having to worry about really anything that can kill them.
P4 is getting bent over right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ATs.
Yeah, he's in not a good spot. Get us down to the satchel. And this is big play time
Look how
for
fast it's
Laker,
moving.
Big, and Snow Turtle. Oh, another Snow in a tank.
Okay. Yeah. Needs to change that name immediately. It's copyright.
It's actually Snow Turtle. So, I you know, as the judge in that case,
Somehow makes me
I rule in
sound-
his favor.
That somehow makes me sound more fat. Dude, one tank pushes your entire front line to HQ.
Seriously. But I like this by Pathfinders because, like, as someone
Yep.
who plays the meat grind, you know, when this sort of thing happens, like, my job isn't to swap over here and start playing the meat grind here. My job is to, you know, take away their blue line from them. And I think if Pathfinders is able to control, like, up to here and this house, they can really start to think about, you know, keeping a skeleton crew down here while they focus on here. But, I mean, it should go in, you know, Goat's got quite a lot going on over here, and it's, this is one of those, you know, timed bomb situations where it's
That's what I was saying. That's what this whole game's been. It's like Goat is setting up for a counter. It's just Pathfinders is not taking their foot off their neck on the front line.
Yeah, but this is as good of a chance as they've had, I think, because it's going to take a long time for Pathfinders to do anything that's going to force Goat to stop doing what they're doing. So it's going to be more on Pathfinder's ability to identify and react to this than anything else.
I mean, hell, you send 20 guys behind the point right here. It could get tricky fast, but they're just not winning the gunfights.
I think with all these, like with that squad leader going down there, I think he's probably going to call for a recon. So I would imagine you'd see a flare go up here over their back lines in probably the next 60 seconds, I would imagine. They have a garrison to get him over here, so totally, you know, doable. We have Rumsfeld over there already as the sniper. We'll see if we can't predict Pathfinders here. Kind of crisis averted for the time being, you know. I think Goat saw what was happening and didn't want to lose their front line, which is
No front line, that's now the HQ.
yeah. But Heavy now coming out, and this is where it can get dangerous, because if this Heavy gets taken out quickly, like it, you know, absolutely can here, as we're already seeing the 76 in prime position, then it's going to be a long time before we see another Heavy, another Tiger on this field.
Get behind that truck and pray.
Oh
can't even get his crewman in
He
there.
can't even get his crewman, yeah.
Pathfinders killing comp once again.
He's gonna have angle. Got him in the hole, I think that was. Oh no. Rick. Oh no. And now, set your watch. Literally 10 minutes until we see another heavy for Goat here. And that's 17 minutes on the clock, and you're down 4-1. That's a tough math equation to feel confident about. Oh boy.
This is just mean. Was that how Merc was feeling, Caparzo?
How am I supposed to know? I was getting punished that game though, dude. Like, you know, I played so bad. Francis likes to go into VCs after and just like comb through the Archon, and like, you know, people will join and like go through it and like talk about their experience during the match. And I joined one time and he's like, "Oh, Caparzo, let's see what you did," and it was like 20 and 65 or something like that. And I was like, "Oh yeah, but put on the support score, like surely then." I'm like, no, I appreciate it, but no, don't do that. Just move on. Don't look at me.
Surely. You've
No,
done something.
I built nodes. I supplied the box and I hammered the nodes, so it counts a little bit. It was really expeditious node building though, like really quick. I think we were at like 210 on the warm up, like. But no, I played like terribly during that one. Merc is gonna have a tough one against Taco here on Oleg's house. We scrimmed them twice, with, you know, to help them prep and stuff like that. But that is a nightmare for the allies.
Yeah. Again, given Taco wins by default. It's unfortunate.
That might be the hardest point in the game to take, and that's inclusive of West Bend. I feel like West Bend, you have a chance. It's not a good chance. One Artie gun.
Oleg's is terrible. Yeah, Oleg's make Legion lose.
Yeah, I mean, we lost to 3-5 with that one, yeah. I didn't play, so it didn't count, obviously, but...
Oh, so that was the not good roster, that's right.
Yeah.
They were missing your 20 and 60.
Yeah, exactly. Those 60 deaths are so valuable to the team. It's really, you know, remarkable. When we played them on Oleg's, you know, in the scrim that I played in, I think I had like 12 OPs and a garrison. It was insane. 60 something kills. So I'm not entirely washed. Just partially.
Yeah.
Just mostly.
Well, you're getting older now. That's just what happens.
The eyes don't see no good anymore, Snow.
Talking about TV land and Bonanza.
Yeah.
I think our time's coming to a close.
Yeah, my social security check is in the mail.
It's on the way.
Yeah.
It's on the way.
Time to buy a beige car.
Dude. The beige with wood panel station wagons.
Yeah. It's time.
Bring those back. I don't know why they went out. Now everything's great.
It's because you got to be able to resell it. No one
I'd
wants to buy your crazy...
What the fuck is this bombing run? Where is this at?
It's an airhead, too. Not sure what that was. We got the rep station, which is sparking.
What the fuck?
I think Taco's wondering if there was an airhead because... You're seeing this. Look at the bubble that Pathfinders was able to build around this point. Let's see what's going on with the
they're just fighting in the wrong places. It seems like, but they're
They're
fighting
just-
over ground that doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're just trying to go for the big flank, and you know, I respect it, and it kind of is working just because Pathfinders isn't really playing the front line super hard, but I think you need that in supplement of this. Yeah.
Like these fronts should be connecting. It should be just a line, in my opinion.
This is
just have
this
like
is a wicked hard offset push or defense though. Like, you know, it's any team, like, you know, personally, I mean, Legion would struggle with this. Like at this point of the game, to push off of a line that's this long is tough, and especially at where you're at in your morale at this point, because you can't discount the human factor. I think that's something that always gets lost, particularly in these admin cam streams. Oh. P-Strike just barely misses the heavy, but the human element is something that I feel like people always discount in these things. Like when you're down 4-1 and there's 21 minutes on the clock, like you're maybe
you're
not
defeated.
playing your best, you know, like let's just be honest. And if you are, then you're a top tier player, you know what I mean?
Unless you're Legion down to 9 PC, where they will come back.
They almost 5-0'd us.
They did. It was a nearly 5-0. I'm the callback king, bro.
Yeah.
I'm calling them back. Shout out 9PZ.
Yeah, they're playing good 9PZ right now. They're playing good ball.
I have somehow gotten into the favor of that clan by the grace of God.
You just circled back around, like you went so far off the. Oh, we have Cadius now here with the flamethrower. Last 20 minutes here. Last 18. Well, I guess it's even less than that. 14 minutes or no, 16. Math.
This is about when the losing team does a line.
Yeah, exactly. We're about to see
Awesome.
cap pressure on
Yeah, I know.
round.
I don't understand that. I always say to myself, it's like, why have you been playing like that all game?
You know, be fearful of the team that has nothing to lose.
That's literally what it is. Like we saw it in the PLZD game, the DBD.
That one was
D&D.
crazy because they were out killing SUDT by like 300, and then all of a
300.
sudden, like 8 minutes left, and they lose the mid cap. It was crazy. Take note of that, you Archon warriors out there. It is not all about the kills in these matches. It's about strategic
position.
plays.
That's what Caparzo tells himself when he drops 20 and 60.
Yes. I have the best deaths maybe in the league, I gotta say.
Everyone was valuable.
Everyone was valuable. There wasn't one misplaced death there. Min-maxing the redeploy button. No, like, I mean, obviously we're joking and everything like that, but there is, in my mind, good deaths and bad deaths and good kills and bad kills. You see it all the time where, you know, if I'm able to get off my outpost and make the same push 15 times and die 15 times, but on the 16th time I get out there and take your outpost, those 15 deaths are very good deaths to me. And your 15 kills on me are next to worthless.
Damn.
Because all that matters is that I get past once and get your outpost, right? Like, that's what the game really revolves around.
Another sports analogy, it's like an offensive and defensive lineman. Like, if a defensive lineman gets a sack a game, like in college,
Yeah, that's
he's
an
going to be like a
insane
number one
player.
pick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and
if
there's
an
like 40
offensive
snaps
lineman-
in a game, like, you know, even
And
more
if
nowadays.
And if an offensive lineman gives up a sack every single game, then he's going to be working at Amazon.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to, I forget his name, but he plays on the Patriots, and that line was from him. Because I'll probably get called out on it. But
No, that's very true. You know, like, as an offensive person, which I guess, you know, is the defender in this sort of case, like, all you need to do is get that get through a couple times a game.
Once a game. You do it once a game, and
Oh, yeah.
you're an amazing player. But if it's the roles are reversed, you're working at the damn pickle plant.
Same thing applies with like
Yeah.
rocket snipes too. You know what I mean? Like, Brad back up here at the flamethrower. Brad's having just himself a little bit of a game here with.
He genuinely probably has 30, 40 kills just off that because he hasn't stopped using it. I want to see him get in that damn house and just like lay down and burn.
I might be able to get some stats for this game. I'm just gonna quickly explore that possibility.
Yeah, there's Brad again. Goat's kind of done a reset here.
Yeah, you're seeing quite a bit of these guys playing on the hard cap here.
I'm Goat. I'm trying to prevent the 5-0 here. Kind of. It's the airhead from, I guess, Pathfinders. Right in the middle of the field, it looks like. It genuinely is in the middle of the field. Like Hartman sees it, and he's dead. Pathfinders is using smoke, heavy, and the airhead to try to finish this game off.
Whatever it takes.
Oh, huge rocket by Just Frank into the house. He took out like 5 or 6 people. And
Here comes the
HQ
bombing
bombing run.
I like that they did it that way to avoid killing RD. That's smart. Unless that was a... I guess we can't really tell.
That had to be it. That was definitely a
2 flares.
double flares.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's a lot of flares. Flooded house beginning to fall. Brad's living his best life tonight. Ain't dropping no boxes or nothing. Just burning shit. Great chat there. Yeah, I can't wait for this airhead spawn. Let's see.
That was a big one earlier. It was in smoke too.
Yeah, I think Pathfinder's sensing a little bit of blood in the water now. There Brad goes.
Dude, he's fucking ripping it. He's got the range on that thing dialed in.
Tiger on the point here.
The last Tiger nearly at the game.
Yeah.
He's still showing some hole. He got to be careful.
Oh no. Just Frank, I bet he wish he had the what do you call it there? Satchel.
Satchel.
Gonna get 2 in him. Opens
That's
up.
all it takes
Yep,
for that heavy.
exactly. Make him a 1-shot.
I like that for Fauci, but just ain't gonna do.
That
76 has to be aggressive here. Rockets
Yeah.
are not.
oh,
Oh,
he
no.
rips.
Shoot low. Pecker don't even know he's there.
It's the last heavy of the game for the Germans. And now I think once this guy gets healed up by Farmer over there, you're gonna see him push in here with his infantry. Got Beatbox pushing in as an SL. You have Beak over here as an SL.
Honestly, don't know how they're holding on. They're holding on though.
It's kind of a weird hard cap here. It's like a little bit further back than you think, and a little bit further, you know, south than you think. Pando, though, doing a really good job. 2 big kills there on the front door. Beak is in a really nice spot. Let's gonna get his outpost up.
Hey, with gloves.
Yeah, right? They might have fixed that. I've seen it work before, to be fair. It just seems that more often than not, that is the case. Beak just shaking. He's so excited.
Yeah, it's actually Krona's in.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, like, what are you...
Oh, no.
It's like candy. What are we doing?
He's trying to hold his outpost, I think.
Good trigger discipline.
Beatbox takes out the outpost, I think. Takes out the garrison, too. And now, half cap for the Pathfinders. Looking good for the Pathfinders here, Snow.
It is. They got full control of hard cap, and I think that is game.
I would agree with you, but man, what a podcast, what a show, what a game. So glad we were able to do this on such short notice, you know, for the Pathfinders and for you guys all out there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always a pleasure. Teams, if you want us to stream your games, I like it. I like the streaming format.
Yeah, Friday night, if you want your game stream, let the insiders know. We'd be happy to do it.
Damn, that P4 got one shot.
But it's been a pleasure, Snow. It's been a pleasure, everyone, and I hope this was a great way to kick your weekend off. But for now, thank you guys so much for sitting with us here for now 3 hours. And we appreciate you all. We're just crossed 400 subscribers, so thank you all out there. It's a big milestone.
Thank you all.
Alrighty, guys. Have a great evening and a great weekend. We will catch you next week with some more action. Take care, everyone.